This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, 101.7 KSAM Huntsville, and on the KSAM mobile app. Now, the Hornet Nation pregame show with Brian Adams and the voice of Hornet Nation, Carlos Zimmermann.
And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you live from Elliott T. Bowers Stadium on the campus of Sam Houston State University for tonight's season opening matchup between the A&M Consolidated Tigers and your Huntsville Hornets. As we welcome you inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth, I am Carlos Zimmermann, and alongside of me is my good friend and broadcast partner, the former Hornet quarterback himself, Brian Adams, as we welcome you into the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Brian, a lot of excitement going into the night. First big ball game. You got the scrimmages out of the way. It's time once again for some Friday night football here in Walker County in Huntsville. Good to have you up here, my friend.
Oh, it's good to be up here with you, Carlos. Yeah, man, this is game day. This is what it's all about. This is where that hard work comes into play. All those 2 days in the middle of the summer, especially in this incredible heat wave we've been going through this whole summer. It's going to be nice to kind of be under the lights tonight. Hornets having their first game here at home at Bowers Stadium. It's going to be exciting against A&M Consolidated.
Absolutely. So, yes, we're at Bowers. We are not at the new stadium just yet, but I drove by there the other day, and it's coming along really well. The light poles have gone up. You can see Huntsville ISD Stadium written across the facade. The big Rockin' Hornet H is on the backside of the press box. We are getting so close and closer to getting into Huntsville ISD Stadium. But for the foreseeable future right now, we'll be here at Bowers Stadium for the home games here for the Hornets. Usually here in the beginning of the pregame show, folks, we usually take a look back, but tonight's game number one. This is week number one. So the only thing we have to look back on is the scrimmage against Lufkin. The Hornets were down 13-0 early on in that scrimmage, and then in the second quarter and the final quarter of active play, they finally found their stride offensively with some good plays from backup quarterback Marcus Lewis. So they had the best opportunities to get a gauge for how this season is going to go, especially now you're up against the team that really had your number last year in the season opener. Brian, you've been a part of those scrimmages before. I mean, just how critical is that for these guys to just have that last little bit of taste of actually playing an actual opponent before you come to a game like tonight?
Oh, I think it's crucial. And, you talk about the game, the scrimmage against Lufkin, and what a great way for a team to enter your game against A&M Consolidated with a come-from-behind win against Lufkin in the final scrimmage of the year. Just absolutely amazing. That is the sign of a good team that can be down basically the whole time you're scrimmaging and come back and win it in the final couple of minutes. Man, that is a sign of a good team. You can see how excited the kids are. What a way to carry that momentum into tonight's ballgame.
And that, obviously, this is a different-looking team this year, of course. You lost a good chunk of your senior leadership last year, and that senior leadership came from the offensive line. You had from left tackle to right tackle, seniors across the board, guys like Micah Fisher, Cesar Robledo doing your snaps, Nathan Schweitzer on the right tackle, and amongst a plethora of other seniors that were on that offensive line. You graduated them all. Now you got a whole new offensive line to gel with that. For Austin Taylor, the starting quarterback tonight for the Hornets, that he's going to have to get used to. Watching them in practice, Brian, they've gelled very well, but obviously you're not going to tell how well they've gelled until they get into some live action play. There's only so much a scrimmage can tell you. You being a former quarterback, obviously there's a lot of trust that you need to have in your offensive line before you release that ball.
100% you do, and we're going to see tonight. And you're right. You graduate. Your whole O-line is all seniors, and they're gone. So you have a new group of guys up there trying to defend and block and do everything they're supposed to do. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Austin Taylor, he's such a great athlete. He's going to be out on the roll. He's going to be doing a lot of play action, kind of buying himself some extra time just to keep it where those O-linemen don't have to hold those blocks near as long. So it's going to be interesting to see. But again, a talented bunch of kids, and it's going to be exciting tonight.
Obviously, the run game is going to be a big facet of the ball game this evening between Huntsville and A&M Consolidated, as Trayshawn Brown, who did not play in the scrimmage against Lufkin, they wanted him full ready to go tonight. He is full ready to go, but you also got a good rotating door of other guys at the running back position that they can go to this evening. Guys like Braylon Phelps and Peyton Pryor, who got action in the scrimmage against Lufkin and did very well on the ground game. Flipping to the defensive side of the ball for the Hornets, if you are just joining us here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. That's Brian Adams right across from me as we are getting closer and closer to the start of this one tonight, 40 minutes away from kickoff here between Huntsville and A&M Consolidated. But looking at that defense, I would say about 8 or 9 of the starters that you guys are going to see tonight on that defensive side, they are returners from last year. That defensive line is a little bit different now that you move JT Kroll from the D-line to the offensive line, but you do maintain some mainstays like Zach Moss and Kadarian Easley. The linebacker core is something you and I alluded to. There was not a lot of turnover on that front, so you get back a Jawan Giddens, who now flips from quarterback to linebacker, who's done very well in that position. You bring back Trayvon Johnson. You bring Shiloh Jones back. And then in that secondary, a very, very good secondary, you got Cole Schroeder, Jeremiah Winfrey, Claudio Alvarenga, and, of course, the Texas Tech commit Isaiah Collins. So looking at the defensive side of the ball, Brian, it was important that they brought back all that talent. And, to be honest, they're going to be able to bring a couple of those guys back again next year, because that is what Rodney Southern has really touted this year, is with his defense. It's a very good one.
It is a very good one, and it's very deep, too. And that's kind of the thing. When you start out a season, typically your defense is well advanced in front of the offense, and we're going to need every bit of that Hornet defense tonight. And you're right, man. You got some guys out there like Jawan Giddens playing linebacker now. He was quarterback. He's played running back. And what he is just a talented athlete. And he is huge. I mean, he is a big kid playing linebacker, and that is going to be a huge benefit from the Hornet defense. Shiloh Jones, I mean, just you could name off all kinds of folks on that defense, and they are absolute athletes, and it is going to be fun to watch them tonight. I expect some really big hits from them tonight. I expect a couple of turnovers from them tonight. They've got the talent. They've got the veteran status under their belt. Again, going back, I think the only question really and truly is the O-line at this point, and we're going to find out about that here shortly.
Absolutely, we will. Flipping to the other side for A&M Consolidated. This is a team that beat the Hornets last year in College Station, 38-13. Obviously, the Hornets were in a bit of a rebuild last year, so A&M Consolidated was able to jump at the bit. One difference this year, brand new head coach Brandon Schmidt has taken over this squad, and I was talking with their radio tonight, and he's brought a completely different culture and a great culture to A&M Consolidated. So they're definitely going to be they are going to be a formidable foe tonight here for the Hornets to go up against. They bring back their sophomore quarterback, now junior quarterback, Will Hargett, who was very good against the Hornets last year. He can run and he can throw as well, Brian. From your perspective as a quarterback, it's that having that dual threat option out there, that's terrorizing for opposing defense.
Oh, absolutely it is. I mean, he can go deep on you, or he can pull the ball, take it himself, pick up a first down, whatever he needs to do. And the linebackers, that is going to fall on them tonight. Those Hornet linebackers are going to have to stay at home, keep their eye on him, spy on him, and because I tell you, he can change the ball game like that. He's that talented. So yeah, you're right. Hargett's a good one. He's still young. And, man, I'm telling you, we're going for a heck of a contest tonight.
Absolutely we are. Looking back at last year for A&M Consolidated, they were an area round exit at the hands of former district opponent Lamar Fulsher, losing 50-38 in the area round. The Hornets, of course, were able to squeak their way into the postseason, but lost to Fort Bend Marshall in the bi-district round 56-0 last year. So both of these teams poised for deeper runs in the postseason, but we've got a long way to go before we get there. It all starts tonight here at Bauer Stadium in Huntsville. We're going to step aside and take a break. Coming up next, I had a chance to chat with head coach Rodney Southern ahead of tonight's matchup. It's Southern Talk, our first edition of it, brought to you by our friends at Charlie's Used Cars. That's what's coming up next. You're listening to Huntsville Hornet football on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
This is Tim Rushing with Charlie's Used Cars. I am proud to announce our 50-year anniversary of serving the motoring public here in Huntsville. Charlie's Used Cars is a family-owned and operated business that strives to offer quality vehicles with superior customer service. Our commitment to the local community and the loyal customer base that we have built is something we don't take for granted. We appreciate the opportunity we have had the past 50 years and look forward to many more to come. Remember, if you are in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, then you need to come see us at Charlie's Used Cars, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. We look forward to seeing you.
This is Southern Talk with Huntsville head coach Rodney Southern, sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars.
Hello, friends. Carlos Zimmermann here for another edition, our first edition of Southern Talk, brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars, here with head coach Rodney Southern, head of this matchup with A&M Consolidated. Coach, you've gotten a towel scrimmage under your belt, a scrimmage against Lufkin under your belt. How ready do you think your guys are going into this ballgame?
Well, we've had a great week. I mean, I think they're prepared as much as you can prepare for a first game. You know, the thing you don't realize, you don't have any kicking game on film. This is a new coaching staff, so there's some factors in your first game that you don't know. We really don't know what he's going to be defensively. We kind of have an idea from his past, but those things are why you kind of focus more on yourself the first week or two versus trying to scheme. Because, like, I don't know what his kickoff return, or any of that kind of stuff is going to look like. And, you know, he can go back in history and at least look at what we do. So I think that's obviously to their advantage, but at the same time, you know, we got to be ready for us, and I think our kids are prepared. We've had a really good week of practice. I thought Wednesday, you know, we do all our 2-minute and all of our kind of odd situation stuff, and I thought we handled that really well. So, you know, it'll be a good matchup, and it'll be interesting because they're a very talented team like they always are. So, but I thought our kids have, to this point, have prepped the way we needed to prep for this first game.
So looking at your kids specifically, looking on the offensive side of the ball, it's obviously going to run through two guys, quarterback Austin Taylor and running back Trayshawn Brown. I mean, how have they looked specifically this week and throughout this just entire offseason leading up to the ball game?
Well, you know, they all had good summers, which, you know, now, you know, the world has changed so much in terms of athletics. It's what we can do in the summer. We had 28 summer workouts with an hour of skill, so we had 28 hours in the summer, plus 7-on-7, league nights and different kinds of things, tournaments we played in. So, you know, they've prepared. Now, we held Trayshawn last week. He had a little tweak on his knee that he kind of felt, so we just wanted to protect him, obviously, from that. But everybody else, you know, is good to go. Those two guys are good to go, and you know, Braylon and Peyton got a lot of carries the other night, which is good. You know, and obviously we played Marcus a good bit at quarterback. So, you know, we feel pretty good about where we are. We just got to handle whatever it is that they throw at us that we haven't prepared for.
And we talked about it on the coaches show on Monday. Obviously, an offensive line that is still trying to gel together. It's a brand new offensive line. I mean, what's going to be paramount for this, you know, mix of young and old on this O-line to be able to handle the front seven of A&M Consolidated?
Well, I think the big deal is, you know, his history. He's a blitz guy. He's a 3-down lineman, but he's bringing linebackers. You know, of course, we've prepped what we feel like he may do. And what we got from their scrimmage against Bryan. But I know he's got other things, obviously, that we haven't prepared for. I think the biggest thing for us is, you know, we're going to use a tight end a lot to help us with some of that stuff. But we've got to be able to run the ball and control some clock and allow those linemen to get in a little bit of a rhythm. You're never in a true rhythm on O-line because you don't know what you're going to face. But, you know, coaches have grinded on them a little bit this week, and, you know, and I kind of loved on them yesterday because, you know, they need to go in with some confidence, but they also got to understand they got to get better every week.
And then, Coach, flipping to the other side of the ball on the defense, you're returning about 7 or 8 starters from last year on that defensive side. I mean, how important is that for you going up against A&M's offense?
Well, you know, anytime you return guys that got experience, you feel good. You know, we've always talked about Shiloh. You know, his freshman year, he was thrown into the fire. It was experience. It probably wasn't good experience, but it was experience. So, you know, there's not a whole lot that's going to be thrown at him. You know, when we moved Juwan, I think it made our, number one, it made our defense faster, which was something we had to do. And I think he understands. He's a pass coverage guy. He's got to obviously get better at playing the run, but that comes with experience. I mean, he's played quarterback, he's played receiver, he's played running back, he's punted. I mean, there's not a whole lot he hasn't done on the football field. So, but obviously the more experience you get, but we got some young guys inside. And, you know, the good thing, we're going to dress 9 of them, and probably all 9 of them will play at some point Friday. Because those guys have got to get experience over these next 4 weeks too.
And then, Coach, obviously we also talked about this on Monday night, was the fact that, you know, you may not have to resort to a quarterback to punting the ball away anymore now. You got Joseph Mejia handling all facets of the ball game there, a critical part of the ball game on special teams. Just your thoughts on how he's going to be able to perform well going through not just this ball game, but going forward.
Well, Joseph had a really good summer too, and Joseph's very active. He's also a soccer player, and Joseph was here just about every day of the summer. He got plenty of time with Coach Van Wagner on specifically a little more on punting than he did kicking. But, we did some live kicking yesterday, and he's kicking the ball to the goal line. I'd love him to kick it out of the end zone, but if you can't do that, I'd rather the ball land on the 1 or 2 yard line and force them to try to return the ball. So, but punting duties is something obviously new for him, but he's done a really good job. Hunter Lorenz is going to punt too. So, we feel good about what we're doing schematically, and obviously Joseph being able to do both things, but having a backup obviously is critical there as well.
Coach, obviously you're not going to be playing this ball game in a new stadium. You'll be back at Bowers for a quasi-road game, if you will. But, just how has that affected the morale of the guys in any way?
I don't think so. Our kids, kind of like me, I've had people ask me, when the H went up and the light poles went up yesterday, are you more excited? And I'm like, well, our kids have seen this from the ground level up, so they've been watching it for over basically a year. So I don't think it affects them, but at the same time, I think the excitement level of when we do get in there and we can walk out of our own locker room straight out onto the field. We don't have to get on a bus and load a trailer. But I don't know that kids today are unique. They got so many other things occupying their time that they understand, and I've kept them as best I could informed on what the plan is and the timeline was. Now, I got some more information today that's hopefully speeding up a little bit, but I think they're going to be excited to play, and then I think the young guys are going to be nervous, like young guys should be, and the football field's the football field. I wish it was the first one at home, but it's not, so we'll make the best of it.
Coach, just to wrap it all up, keys to a big win to start 1-0 after this ball game.
Well, I think, we've got to be able to move the ball offensively. We've got to be able to do some things, run game. People know we've committed to having a tight end in the game a good bit. We've committed to the run game, like a lot of people. But I think that's going to be critical early. We can't give up the big play defensively. Their quarterback and their 2 running backs are probably the most experienced guys, especially, the quarterback came in and played a lot as a freshman. So, those things, don't give up the big plays there. But I told them yesterday to me, the number one thing is in a first game, you're going to have ups and downs. It's how you handle it, and I always tell them it's transition. It's how you transition from a good play to a bad play or vice versa. So, but I think if we can move the ball and don't give up the big plays, we're going to have a chance to win the ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
You're welcome.
This has been Southern Talk with head coach Rodney Southern. Brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
This is Tim Rushing with Charlie's Used Cars. I am proud to announce our 50-year anniversary of serving the motoring public here in Huntsville. Charlie's Used Cars is a family-owned and operated business that strives to offer quality vehicles with superior customer service. Our commitment to the local community and the loyal customer base that we have built is something we don't take for granted. We appreciate the opportunity we have had the past 50 years and look forward to many more to come. Remember, if you are in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, then you need to come see us at Charlie's Used Cars, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. We look forward to seeing you.
Did you know a doctor's prescription is not needed to begin physical therapy? This allows you to begin therapy sooner without having to wait for a doctor's appointment to obtain your prescription. Since optimal physical therapy outcomes are obtained when treatment is started earlier, sooner really is better. Dallas Williams and the team at Physical Therapy Associates was voted Best Physical Therapist in the Huntsville Items Reader's Choice Awards for the 6th year in a row. So when you make your PT choice, choose the best. Physical Therapy Associates, PTAclinic.com.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, 101.7 KSAM Huntsville, and on the KSAM mobile app, Sting 'em Hornets.
Got to put my headset down, folks. We welcome you back here to Bowers Stadium, here for tonight's matchup. The Huntsville Hornets are going to be getting ready to take on the A&M Consolidated Tigers. We just chatted with head coach Rodney Southern. A lot of things to think about going into this ball game, of course, as we're looking down at the field right now, you see A&M Consolidated. Can't get the words out. A&M Consolidated, it's a mouthful. They're warming up down there. Brian, obviously, with it being a first game, you don't really have a whole lot to go off of other than what they've worked on during the summertime. Before we head to the sidelines with Kendall Morris here in a little bit to get our sideline pass, just the inside look down there on the sideline and the atmosphere that we can't experience here in the press box. Just give me your overall keys to a big victory tonight for the Hornets.
Well, it's going to be important for the Hornets not to make a whole lot of mistakes. But then, you look at it this way. This is the first game of the year. They've only had one live scrimmage, and they've been, banging heads with each other, all summer long. So there's going to be some mistakes. There are going to be some penalties. The Hornets need to kind of do the best they can to mitigate some of those penalties. They got to play clean football. I mean, just simple, basic football. Do not turn it over. Make good plays, move the chains. It's pretty simple, and just try to play mistake-free football.
We're going to take you right now inside the numbers, brought to you by our friends at Charlie's Used Cars. Looking back at A&M Consolidated last season, this is the kind of production that they put out on every given night. Total on the year, 2,334 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Very, very efficient at the quarterback position. On the ground, they were very efficient as well. 2,013 rushing yards, 32 touchdowns on the offensive side on the ground. Very productive over there. They were also productive defensively, as you see on the screen for those watching on the stream. 63 tackles for loss. That's 75.2 tackles per game as well for the A&M Consolidated defense. 31 sacks, 92 quarterback hurries, along with 13 interceptions, 33 passes deflected, 7 fumble recoveries. A very, very potent Tiger defense that the Hornets are going to be up against tonight. And, of course, on the special teams, only 4 missed point-after attempts, only 2 missed field goals. They went 44-48 on PATs, total of 14 on the field goals, and scored 80 points in the special teams. I mean, that's who the Hornets are up against tonight. It's obviously a big step here, and like head coach Riley Southern said in our interview on Southern Talk, they pump out athletes and they pump out a good team every single year. Brian, looking specifically at the defense, like I said, it's a very potent defense. What's going to be paramount for that Hornet offense led by Austin Taylor to be able to try and slow down that defense of Consolidated?
Well, there's a couple of things. One, he's going to have to do some good play fakes, and believe it or not, those things are so important. Because it'll freeze those linebackers. Even if only for a second, you still can get an advantage. And he's got to not throw the ball into double and triple coverage. He's got to really be mindful of that. His receivers have to run great routes, and they got to catch the football. There was a lot of footballs thrown last year that were in their hands, in the wide receivers' hands, and that were dropped. And, of course, then again, there were some bad passes as well. But they just need to play clean football and really and truly mitigate those penalties. Do not get those silly penalties. And you know what? They need to have a good kicking game. You and I talked about that in Lufkin about, missing an extra point and how important that is. And, of course, the Hornets came back and won because of that. So the kicking game is going to be important. Keep the penalties down to a minimum and just play good, sound football.
Obviously, Austin Taylor's got a whole different set of receivers that he's going to have to choose from tonight, but he's also got them out of the backfield as well. Trayshawn Brown, he's a very good receiving running back as well. So that's a look at your Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. Now we'll flip over to our player profile for this evening, also brought to you by our friends at Charlie's Used Cars. And we are going to go to the lone two-way player on the roster for the Huntsville Hornets. It is the senior left tackle this year, but also plays some D-line, number 54, J.T. Kroll. He joined the varsity roster as a sophomore. Like I said, he's the only two-way player on a roster, but he also was a two-way player back in 2021. You and I have a great relationship with J.T. in the way that he has just performed and developed as an athlete over the last couple of years. He's definitely going to be someone to watch on the as the blind side blocker for Austin Taylor tonight.
Yeah, J.T. Kroll is a big guy. He's 6'3", he's 270, 275. I mean, he's an anchor, and he is he can play on both sides of the football, and that tells you what his talent level is all about. He has the desire, he has the experience, and you know what? It's going to be really and truly, he's going to have to kind of lead the way for that O-line tonight to give Austin Taylor and company protection.
And he's that senior leader on that offensive line, flanked out there, of course, by a plethora of other guys. John Trey Barkton, who has experience. Brian Parker Jr. is going to be the new snapper this year for both regular snaps and for the long snapping as well. Daniel Cruz over at the right guard and Trey Williams at right tackle. And we'll obviously dive more into that coming up here in just a little bit more as to who the Hornets are for this 2023 season. We're going to step aside and take a break. We'll head down to our third member of our crew, Kendall Morris, here in just a little bit. Coming up here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show, live from Bauer Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Are you thinking of selling, buying, or investing? This is Frank Oliveris, United States Marine Corps veteran with Pinnacle Realty. From my family to yours, we want to say thank you to all the friends and families for trusting us with your vision and dream for the past 13 years. Remember, to our family, relationship matters, and friends turn into family. Give me a call, Frank Oliveris, for your real estate needs today. 936-577-6419 or 936-661-1575. Thank you, and we love you in Christ Jesus.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you or your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
TxHsfb Urgent Care Clinic in Huntsville would like to help keep your family and friends safe and prevent the spread of viruses. They are a walk-in clinic and offer quick, efficient flu and strep treatment. TxHsfb Urgent Care Clinic offers a variety of procedures, open 7 days a week. Check their website at TxHsfburgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's TxHsfb Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South, near Bahama Bucks and Buffalo Wild Wings in Huntsville.
We welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is the former Hornet quarterback, Brian Adams. And joining us now is our third member of our crew, Kendall Morris, to give you a little bit of a look down there on the sideline with our Sideline Pass segment. Kendall, you got us? Ooh.
You got me up there?
Yeah, now we got you.
Yeah, it's nice and windy down here. I feel like the feel's pretty good. We weren't hoping to be at Bowers tonight, but I think it'll be a good feel, especially, the crowd's echoing. There's some overcast. I think it'll be a good game tonight.
Kendall, you touched on it right there. Just the energy so far for you. Some Consolidated fans are rolling in on the other side, of course, but the Hornet faithful will pack in here tonight. It's always a great energy when it's the first ball game of the year.
Yeah, I agree. You had the little kids come through, and the band was cheering for them. They were screaming, having a good time. I think that it'll feel like a true home game for them.
Kendall, what is the temperature like down there where you are right now? Are you getting any kind of a breeze at all, or?
It is windy, and it feels amazing, considering that it was like 106 today. I honestly don't think we're in the hundreds right now.
That is amazing. Y'all heard that, folks. Y'all come on out and watch some good football tonight at Bauer Stadium.
Absolutely. Kendall, one more thing before we let you go. I want to get your thoughts on the ball game before we get started. Obviously, it's the first game of the year. A lot to think about. What's your perspective from you down there on the sideline?
We went and talked to Southern yesterday, and he talked about this game is more about just fixing things, and this is the first game of the year. So it's more about you just got to worry about yourself and move on, and obviously you have an opponent and you'll adjust. But I think they'll do a lot of active learning, especially for the first game of the season. All
right, Kendall, thank you for checking in down there on the sideline for us this evening. We'll go to her throughout the broadcast here this evening. That is going to wrap up our Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Coming up next, folks, ladies and gentlemen, is your Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling countdown to kickoff. We will get you the lay of the land out here at Bowers Stadium, as well as a look at your starting lineups here this evening. The Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling countdown to kickoff. Try to say that 5 times fast. That is coming up next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
TWFG and More Insurance has been proudly serving the Huntsville and Walker County area since 2003. Ranked number 1 in Texas as an independently owned insurance provider, our independence affords us the freedom to shop insurance carriers and coverages that best suits our client-specific needs. TWFG offers personal and commercial, life, health, and flood insurance. Call Waylon Moore at 936-293-8121 or drop by 1212 10th Street in Huntsville, Texas. At TWFG and More Insurance, our policy is caring.
Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville has immediate openings for service technicians. ASE certified technicians are preferred but not required. Service technicians pay $15 an hour to $30 an hour as well, depending on your skill level. Looking for a great career? Wiesner in Huntsville is looking for service technicians, and complete benefits are included. So go by today and apply. Take exit 117 on I-45 North just past 11th Street in Huntsville. Wiesner Huntsville is hiring. It's always game time at Gamers Grove, Huntsville's friendly local game store located at 1212 14th Street. Family owned and operated since 2012, Gamers Grove carries a wide range of tabletop games and accessories for everyone. Board games, card games, miniatures, and more. With a huge game room open for free casual gaming and exciting competitive events, Gamers Grove provides a friendly place where people can play games, make friends, and become a part of an ever-growing community. That's Gamers Grove, located at 1212 14th Street in Huntsville.
Did you know that one of your neighbors just lowered their utility bill? At McGilvery Mechanical, we are experts in providing heating and cooling services on all makes and models. When it comes to replacement, we will help you select the best heating and cooling system for your budget. We will analyze your home to ensure that the right size system is selected for optimum comfort. Let our technicians discuss possibilities to lower your utility bill and save you money. Call McGilvery Mechanical and ask us how to save up to 40% on your utility bill. That's McGilvery Mechanical at 936-291-2640. At McGilvery Mechanical, we care about your comfort.
This is the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling. Here's Brian Adams, Kendall Morris, and the voice of the Hornets, Carlos Zimmermann.
We welcome you inside here at Bowers Stadium in the Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling Countdown to Kickoff as we're getting ready for the Huntsville Hornets up against the A&M Consolidated Tigers here tonight in the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods. We welcome you inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Brian Adams alongside of me here, the former Hornet quarterback. Kendall Morris down on the sideline for us here this evening. It's going to be a doozy of a matchup between two schools that used to be district mates, but now just opening up the season back-to-back years against each other. We're going to give you an inside look here at your weather forecast, brought to you by Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling. Man, it's a hot one out there. 100 degrees here before we get started. It feels like 107 out there, Brian. 33% humidity, a south-southeast wind going at about 7 miles an hour. Sounds a little bit more louder down there. And it's partly cloudy skies with a bit of haze up there as well. So the sun's going to beat down on those Consolidated fans opposite of us as the Hornet buddies head out there onto the field right now. But my goodness, it's going to be a doozy of a matchup here this evening. That is your game time forecast presented by Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling. Brian, it just feels like football once again, man.
It does, man. It's my favorite time of year. I say that every year, but you know what? This is the first game of the season. The Hornets are fixing to take on A&M Consolidated. And, you know, Carlos, doesn't get any better than that, man. We're about to roll into September. And, you know, this is football weather, football season. And the Hornets, man, they got a tall task in front of them tonight, but they're up for it. They're prepared. And Coach Rodney Southern has got them all squared away. It should be great.
Absolutely. I mean, just setting the scene for you guys here tonight. We got the cheerleaders down on the field. We got the Grenadier Guard, the GGs down there as well. Fans are still filing in here to Bowers Stadium. I see a plethora of Consolidated fans down there at the south end zone, or the north end zone, I should say, raring to go to get this one underway. Again, if you are just joining us, we are in the Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling Countdown to Kickoff. We are about 11 minutes away from the start of this one this evening. Both the Hornets and the Tigers, they are raring to go. We are raring to go as well. And like we had touched in the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show, it stinks we're not in the brand new stadium just yet, but I've always said, or I've just heard a lot of people saying, I've said this too, you want to move into something, you want it to be 1,000% ready to go, and that's exactly what we're hoping for. Again, that window of opportunity, September 15th through September the 30th. We're looking at that first game to be against the Clear Springs Chargers there at the brand new stadium. It's going to be exciting, and like I said earlier, I drove by it the other day, and I felt goosebumps all over me because it's going to be so exciting just to get up into that box and watch those Hornets run out into a field they can call their own.
You know what's so exciting is, this will be the first time in, I don't know, man, 50 years. I mean, something like that the Hornets will actually have their own stadium right there on campus. And you know what? You got to thank the folks in this community, this great community of Huntsville. Without you guys supporting that bond and passing that, and with the help of Coach Southern and Dr. Shepard and the school board and just everybody pitching in, what a fantastic, state-of-the-art, beautiful facility that we'll be in a few weeks. It's just incredible, Carlos.
You can't say it any better than that, folks. It's incredible. And to think about it, too, I heard someone say that Huntsville is one of only 2 programs in the state that doesn't have their own facilities.
That is correct.
And now that's going to change. I don't know who that other one is, but that is going to change very, very soon. We will step aside and take another break. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups brought to you by Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling. After this, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
Of Huntsville High School.
License number TACLB 42958E. Don't sweat it. Stay cool with Texas True Comfort. Texas True Comfort will fix your broken AC system quickly any day of the week with no overtime fees. They can lower your cooling bills and keep your home cool and comfortable. Call 936-400-0049 to schedule your service today. Discounts for veterans, educators, first responders, and TDCJ personnel. See website for details. Texas True Comfort, veteran owned and operated. Your true comfort is guaranteed. txtrue.com.
Back here at Bowers Stadium, getting ready for not Sam Houston, but we are on the campus of Sam Houston. Get ready for Huntsville versus A&M Consolidated here tonight to open the 2023 regular season. And the better way to let you know who the Hornets and the Tigers are is with the starting lineups brought to you by our friends at Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling. First, for the visiting A&M Consolidated Tigers, they look like this under the direction of head coach Brandon Schmidt. Over on the offensive side, at quarterback, we will have number 2, Will Hargett. At running back, number 0, Keyshawn Thomas. As the H-back, number 9, Trace Meadows. 3 wide receivers for Hargett to choose from. Number 23, Michael Thompson. Number 24, Niall Evans. Number 27, Aiden Berryman. And on that offensive line, left to right, number 66, Judah Robertson. At the left guard, number 65, Thad Hennessy. At center, number 55, Braylon Ray. At right guard, number 77, Nathan Haley. And number 78, Jaquan Calhoun. He is the right tackle. As we look at the Tiger defense now, on the defensive line, number 8, Genesis Ratcliffe. Number 95, Jackson Ford, and Jontavius Bellard at the linebacker core, 4 of them to be exact. Number 25, Nazir Adams. Number 10, Will Jones. Number 32, Ryan Dalsing. And number 19, Quentin Carson. And in the secondary, number 26, Ethan Walton. At number 22, Michael Thompson. Number 20, Dakota Johnson. And number 5, Peyton Bjork. That is the starting lineup for the A&M Consolidated Tigers. And now we flip to the other side for your Huntsville Hornets. Looking at the offense, of course, the field general himself, the junior quarterback, number 11, Austin Taylor. At running back, the sophomore sensation himself, number 5, Trayshawn Brown. 3 wide receivers starting tonight for the Hornets, number 14, Savion Conte. Number 4, Braylon Phelps. And number 2, they call him third, it's Milton Green, the third. They'll have a tight end in the lineup here this evening. It is going to be number 28, Jarius Singletary. And that brand new offensive line, they look like this. At left tackle, number 54, J.T. Kroll. At left guard, number 72, John Trey Barkin. Doing the snapping tonight, at center, number 70, Brian Parker Jr. At right guard, number 73, Daniel Cruz. And at right tackle, number 50, Trey Williams. And then flipping to the other side for that Hornet defense as the Hornets are getting ready to break out onto the field. On that defensive line, number 82, Zach Moss. Number 59, Noah Cummings. Number 55, Kadarian Easley. And number 52, Isaiah Lewis. In the linebacker core, number 1, Jawan Giddens, flipping from quarterback to linebacker. Number 10, Shiloh Jones. And number 8, McCorrick Norman. And in that secondary, at one corner, the Texas Tech commit, number 3, Isaiah Collins. As one safety, number 9, Cole Schroeder. The other safety, number 18, Claudio Alvarenga. And the other corner, J-Bug, number 6, Jeremiah Winfrey. And doing the kicking tonight and punting for the Hornets, number 80, Joseph Mejia. The Hornets have taken to the field. If you're watching on the stream, you see them down there. They're in that rockin' Hornet green tonight with the green helmets. A&M Consolidated, they're going to be getting ready to run through their tunnel here momentarily. Actually, I don't see them at all out here right now. Oh, there they are. They're coming up through the opposite side over here. They're in their white jerseys tonight with the numbers in maroon. Man, Brian, it's going to be a fun one tonight. That was your starting lineups brought to you by our friends at Texas True Comfort Heating and Cooling. Brian, as we're getting closer and closer here to our country's national anthem here, normally I go to you right before we get this thing going, but I want to get your final thoughts before we get started here tonight to open the new season.
Well, defense needs to step up, make some big plays, get some turnovers. Offense has to play clean football, move the chains, put points on the board. Pretty simple.
Very, very simple, my friend. It's going to be a very, very fun night at Bowers Stadium, and we're glad to have you with us, folks. It may be hot outside. We're nice and cool here inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth. Wherever you may be watching or listening from tonight, hope you guys have been staying cool as well as we navigate through this heat wave. But not a little bit of heat is going to stop this game from getting started here tonight. A&M Consolidated is going to be running through their thing here in just a few moments. And then I will turn it over to public address announcer, the other voice of the Hornets, a great man himself, Tony Kulak, for our country's national anthem. That's going to be coming your way here in just a little bit. Folks, I want to remind you, tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Hornets football on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. Don't forget, you can follow your hometown radio station on social media to keep up with everything you love about country music and more. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at KSAM-1017. I thought for a second there they were doing Sam Houston chants. I heard them just chanting down there, but the Hornet crowd, they are still filing in here. A lot of green on our side here, a lot of maroon on the other side, as I think Consolidated's finally going to be able to burst through their Tiger inflatable that they've got over there. They're rare and ready to go. They want to start this season on a very high note as well as the Hornets. It's going to be paramount that whoever gets the ball to start this ball game is going to need to come out very, very quickly. As there you see, if you're watching on the web stream, A&M Consolidated coming on out. We're going to be moments away from our country's national anthem live tonight from Bauer Stadium in beautiful Huntsville, Texas, as I call it, the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods. Like we said earlier, you can just feel the football energy in the air. It's going to be so much fun this season, folks. If you thought last year had its bits of excitement, you're going to need to strap into this ball game, folks, and every ball game that's going to come after this one, because it is going to be so exciting this season, as the A&M Consolidated players down in the Sam Houston part of the end zone over there. Bearcats written in the other end zone on the other side. The Hornets there, they've been on that line ready to go. Lots of new faces down there. You're going to hear a lot of new names here tonight. A lot of old faces as well. Well, I think it's finally time I can turn it over to public address announcer Tony Kulak for our country's national anthem. He will bring it to you here in just a few moments. You are listening to Huntsville Hornet football on 101.7 KSAM, as the national anthem is just a couple moments away.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps and join in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner performed by the Huntsville Hornet Military Marching Band under the direction of John Green. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem by the Huntsville Hornet Military Marching Band. We're going to step aside. Kickoff between A&M Consolidated and Huntsville is next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This has been the Texas True Comfort Countdown to Kickoff. Stay tuned for this week's Huntsville High School football game. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
License number TACLB 42958E. Don't sweat it. Stay cool with Texas True Comfort. Texas True Comfort will fix your broken AC system quickly any day of the week with no overtime fees. They can lower your cooling bills and keep your home cool and comfortable. Call 936-400-0049 to schedule your service today. Discounts for veterans, educators, first responders, and TDCJ personnel. See website for details. Texas True Comfort, veteran-owned and operated. Your true comfort is guaranteed. txhsfb.com.
We will win because we are the best on the field.
The following is a KSAM Sports presentation. It's Friday night in Hornets country. This is Huntsville Hornets High School football, proudly presented by Bill Fick Ford and by Advantage Specialties, AB Squared Self-Storage, A&D Propane, Adams Furniture, AIM Insurance Agencies, Charlie's Used Cars, First Franklin Financial, Gamers Grove, Hartfield Florist, Huntsville Independent School District, Huntsville Truck and Tractor Kubota, MRC Creekside, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Moke and Moke Attorneys at Law, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Nelson Amaya Collision Center, Northside Baptist Church, Pinnacle Realty Advisors, Texas Department of Criminal Justice, Texpress Urgent Care Center, The Woodlands Financial Group, Wiesner Huntsville, McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, University Heights Baptist Church. The 2023 Hornet season is presented by Bill Fick Ford. Now, here's Carlos Zimmermann and Brian Adams.
We welcome you here to Bowers Stadium for the season opener between the Huntsville Hornets and the A&M Consolidated Tigers on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is the former Hornet quarterback himself, Brian Adams. We are so excited for this ball game here tonight. This is what sets the tone, folks, and it's going to be a very fun one. For final storylines down on the field, let's go to our third member of our crew, Kendall Morris. Kendall?
Can y'all hear me up there?
Yep.
All right. I think it's just going to be a great game. You know, everybody's got their excitement. A&M Consolidated came out. You could see the faces on the Hornets, especially during the national anthem. I think they're ready for this and that they're going to be getting it on today.
Thank you very much, Kendall, down there on the sidelines for us tonight. The Hornet faithful, they're going to get up on their feet here in a moment. A&M Consolidated will kick this one away to the Hornets, so A&M Consolidated will have the ball to start the second half, but we got a long way to go before we get there. Colton Schmeller, he's got the ball teed up for A&M Consolidated. Back deep to receive are a pair of Hornets. Melton Green on one side. Leave another one down there as well, but here we go. Schmeller's got it teed up, and ladies and gentlemen, the time is 7:33. It's also time, once again, for Huntsville Hornet football on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. The tandem of Melton Green and Braylon Phelps will let that go into the back of the end zone. That kick from Colton Schmeller, and they'll take it out to the 25 to start the ball game here tonight.
You know, Carlos, the Hornets are going to have the wind in their face. They lost the coin toss, and A&M Consolidated wanted to go ahead and kick off so they could get the ball in the second half. So that is something Austin Taylor's going to have to be aware of, is the wind in his face when he throws those balls downfield.
So first down and 10 for the Hornets here in this Advantage Specialties first quarter of play. 3 wide receiver set. Savion Conte spread out to the far sideline. 2 receivers down here to the right, Melton Green and Peyton Pryor. Austin Taylor lines up in the shotgun. 4-man rush should be coming here from A&M Consolidated. Taylor gets the snap, hands this one off to the running back, Trayshawn Brown, trying to split some defenders. He's forward for just 1 yard gain. It'll bring up second down and 9 for the Hornets on that 1 yard run from Trayshawn Brown. Heath Hammer was in there on the stop for A&M Consolidated. Puna Fochetti has to come off because his helmet came off, so they got to tighten that one up before he can return to the ball game. Trips receivers here to the right side for Austin Taylor. 11:47 left to go. 2nd down and 9. Hornets moving left to right across your radio dial. Taylor looks to throw. It's caught by Melton Green on a bobble, but he's going to go the wrong direction. Tackled way deep. Forward progress gives him the 22-yard line, so a loss of about 4 on the play to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was just a little pass out in the flats, and it was bobbled, and as soon as he bobbled the ball, A&M Consolidated just swarmed all over him, and that's not how you want to start off your passing game.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Hornets. No score, 11:14 on the game clock here. Trips receivers now to the left for Austin Taylor. One back with a man in motion is Singletary from the left side of the line to the right side. And that's going to be a false start on Brian Parker Jr. That is going to hurt the Hornets there. Laundry on the field brought to you by A&D Propane. So that's not going to help the Hornets much. That'll back them up another 5 to the 17. So now they'll bring up 3rd down and 18 for the Hornets. Not the way you wanted to start the new season.
No, their back is against the wall here. They need to just try to pick up enough yards to, try to put themselves in good position if they have to punt the ball away.
Singletary in motion to the left side of the offensive line. Austin Taylor under center. He gets the snap, hands this one off to Brown. He is tripped up, gains a couple of yards just to give Joseph Mejia a good place to punt this one away. So the Hornets go 3 and out to start the new season with 10:35 left to go on the game clock. No score. And now here are the special teams units getting their first action of the year. Shiloh Jones will be the deep snapper here for Joseph Mejia. Mejia's got to be careful here. He's standing at his own 5-yard line. He had a very good 3rd punt against Lufkin. But this is a new position here for Joseph Mejia, the normal place kicker for the Hornets. Jones, the deep snap. It's a fake for whatever reason, as that was not a great snap from Shiloh Jones. And one Hornet landed on it, and that is going to be a massive short field of work for A&M Consolidated on a botch snap there for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's what we saw last week in the scrimmage against Lufkin. Lufkin got 3 or 4 short field opportunities and capitalized just about every time. And again, the Hornets are starting out the opening season game here tonight in similar fashion.
Ball is going to be at the 16-yard line here for the Hornets. That was Marcus Lewis that landed on the ball to prevent A&M Consolidated from landing on it with 10:09 left to go here in this Advantage Specialties first quarter of play. Here comes Will Hargett, the junior quarterback for A&M Consolidated. He'll line up in the shotgun here. 2 receivers spread out to the right. 4-man rush for the Hornets. Hargett sends 1 man in motion from right to left. Fakes to give to him. Hands it up the gut. This is the running back here, Cameron Vines. He will only get up to the 15-yard line. Just a gain of 1. A pair of Hornets there in on the stop to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, nice tackle there by safety Cole Schroeder. Come in there, stuck his hat in his chest, dropped him for a 1-yard gain. Nice play there by Schroeder.
Hargett will now re-line up here with his running back in Vines, standing right behind him as he lines up in the pistol. 4 receivers, 2 to spread to each side. Again, 4-man rush for Huntsville. Hargett, hard snap, now gets the snap. Hands it off straight ahead once again. This is Vines straight ahead to the 11-yard line. It will bring up a 3rd down and about 4 here, make it 5 for A&M Consolidated with 9:20 left to go in the first.
Yeah, this kind of brings up an interesting play call for A&M Consolidated. What do you do here? You're inside the red zone. It's 3rd and 6. Do you run the ball or do you take a chance to go into the end zone?
17 on the play clock. Lots of time here for head coach Brandon Schmidt and company. First-year head coach for the Tigers on 3rd down and 5 at the 11-yard line in Hornet territory. Inside 9 minutes, Hargett in the gun, sends 1 in motion. He gets the snap, and he goes to that motion man across the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. That should be enough for an A&M Consolidated first down on the run, Keyshawn Thomas.
Yeah, nice run around the end. Got to pick up the block, picked up the first down. A&M Consolidated is on a roll.
So they officially mark it at the 4-yard line. That'll bring up first down and goal. 8:48 left to go on the game clock in this first quarter. Hornet defense, obviously a lot of new personnel out there. The likes of Brent Carroll getting some action. He lines up as the corner on the close side to us, matching up with receiver Nicholas Garcia. As the snap is away, Hargett will throw to the back of the end zone, and that is caught in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Peyton Bjork right there on the back end line is able to get in for 6. No flags.
Yeah, what a great execution. I mean, just a Basically a flag route to the corner and just over-the-shoulder catch. So hard to defend that. You got to give them credit. They took advantage of Hornet mistakes, and they're on the board first.
8:43 left to go in this Advantage Specialties first quarter. Colton Schmeller back to boot the PAT with the wind at his back. We'll get the snap here momentarily. There it is. Actually, they'll blow it dead as flags fly in. Possibly a Consolidated player jumped a little early. Looking at the head judge here, yep, it is indeed a false start against the Tigers. That'll back them up just a little bit here. A little bit of a tougher PAT coming up here for A&M Consolidated. Like we mentioned in our pregame show, they only missed 4 PATs last year, 44 of 48. They back it up here to the 7. Again, 6-0 A&M Consolidated, pending this point after try by Colton Schmeller. Snap is away clean this time, and the kick by Schmeller splits the uprights and is good. 7-0 with 8:43 left to go in this first quarter of play. Consolidated strikes first. The Hornet offense will look to respond when we return in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, 7-0. A&M Consolidated with the early lead here, getting ready to kick it back to Huntsville. Braylon Phelps and Milton Green will be back deep to receive this kick. Here from Colton Schmeller, it was a very quick drive for A&M Consolidated, leading to that touchdown. Needed to only really go 16, 18 yards to get into the end zone, and after a few plays, it was a beautiful 4-yard pass got them into the end zone. A beautiful pass from Will Hargett to his receiver, Peyton Bjork. Schmeller has the ball teed up at his own 40-yard line, and he'll boot this one back to the Hornets. It'll be a squib kick, grabbed by Jacob Ruffin on the fly. 25-30, 35, and he's tripped up at the 39-yard line, so a good run back there by the senior safety, Jacob Ruffin.
Yeah, I like that play by Ruffin. I mean, the ball comes right to him. He tucks it. He heads up north and south. I like that. Now this is so much better field position for the Hornets to start their second drive.
So they officially mark him at the 40-yard line with 8:38 left to go in this first quarter. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Austin Taylor will line up his offense here, getting the play calls from the staff. He's got their head coach Rodney Southern, along with offensive coordinator here in the booth next to us, Scott Schroeder. Getting the Hornets in that Hornet green tonight. A&M Consolidated in the road whites as Taylor will line up under center, sends one in motion. That is Melton Green the third. He'll run this one past the 40, and he is tripped up initially at the 42-yard line. Make that the 43, so a gain of 3 for third. I'll bring up second down and 7 for the Hornets.
You know, not a bad run by Melton Green the third. I mean, he takes a snap. He's coming across the line of scrimmage. He cuts it upfield, picks up those 3 yards. Not that bad a run.
Making a manageable second down here for the Hornets. 8:12 left to go in this Advantage Specialties first quarter of play. Trayshawn Brown, the lineup on the left side here of Austin Taylor. Trips receivers to the left. Conte, the far receiver. Man in motion, Singletary across the line to the left side. Taylor in the gun. Claps, gets the snap, hands it off. Brown running straight ahead. 45-50, 45-40 into Consolidated territory. A nice, healthy run there by Trayshawn Brown. A sophomore sensation. He can run the ball very, very well, and the Hornets are into Tiger territory.
Yeah, A&M Consolidated had his safety blitz on, and the Hornets read it perfectly. Just a handoff up the middle. Great run there by Trayshawn Brown.
No flags out there on the field. Ball is marked at the 43-yard line of A&M Consolidated, so a 10-yard run there by Trayshawn Brown. First down and 10 for the Hornets on that Moke and Moke. Attorneys at law, first down. Taylor in the gun, 2 receivers, Singletary in motion. Taylor rolling to his right, but they're going to blow this play dead. So we've got laundry on the field, brought to you by A&D Propane on the far sideline. The far line judge making that call. As here is the penalty. False start on the Hornets.
Yeah, I'm not so sure the tight end Singletary was set when that ball was snapped.
So that'll probably be the reason why. So instead of being at the Consolidated 43, it's the Consolidated 48 where the Hornets will line up here. 7:27 left to go. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Taylor going through the progressions here with the sideline. Looking at the other side for A&M Consolidated, man, they've got a lot of bodies packed up into that box right now. They showed safety blitz on the previous run by Brown. Brown motioned out of the backfield. He'll line up there on the left side. Gets the snap, does Taylor. Looking to throw, fires this one deep down the right sideline, looking for Melton Green, but it falls to the turf, incomplete. So first down and 15. The Hornets cannot connect on Taylor's second pass attempt of the evening, bring up second and long.
I like the call. I mean, go vertical with it, and that's what they tried to do there. But one of the things Austin Taylor has to do is keep the ball in play. Throwing it out of bounds is not going to do the team any good.
Stops the clock at 7 minutes and 6 seconds. 7-0 A&M Consolidated here in the first quarter of play. Second down and 15 from the Consolidated 48. The Hornets moving left to right across your radio dial. 3 receivers. One back with him is Brown. One in motion, Peyton Pryor. He'll line up on the right side. Now Jarius Singletary will motion to the right side of the offensive line. Taylor in the shotgun gets the snap, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Steps into the throw. Has Conte open on the sideline, but Taylor felt the pressure back there. Conte was open there on the right side of the sideline, but Michael Clark brought some pressure there on Taylor, rendering it incomplete.
Yeah, it was a similar play as the one before, except this one Austin Taylor's rolling out to his right. Just got to keep the ball in the field of play, and that's 2 in a row. Similar areas of the field.
Singletary checks out of the ball game here. Marcus Lewis will line up as the H-back here for the Huntsville Hornets. 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Taylor, same formation in the shotgun. One back with him is Brown. Trips receivers to the right. Here comes the pressure from Consolidated. They hand it off to Brown, and the ball is free, and it's into the hands of A&M Consolidated. Landing on it at the 44-yard line. It was the man that brought the pressure before, Michael Clark.
Well, great job there by A&M Consolidated, stripping the ball away from the Hornet running back, and just got to hang on to it with both hands, guys.
Brown had some real estate after getting hit with initial contact, but that initial contact jarred the ball loose. So that is going to hurt the Hornets here. A&M Consolidated, albeit starting in their territory, but not far they have to go before they get into Huntsville territory. 6:55 left to go in the first. 7-0 Consolidated. So Will Hargett comes back out with his offense with 3 receivers. And a flag flies in here from the umpire. I'm not sure exactly why, as we'll look to the head referee here. Whatever penalty it is on A&M Consolidated. So backs him up 5 and gives the Hornet defense an opportunity.
You know, this is very important, the Hornet defense on this drive. Somebody come up with a big play, kind of slow the momentum down for A&M Consolidated.
Argan in the gun, 2 receivers, gets the snap, hands this one off, running this one left side to the 39-yard line before he is pushed out by Cole Schroeder. That is Roderick Taylor, the senior running back. Not getting very far there. He got back to the current line of scrimmage. Good job there by Cole Schroeder to keep him out before he gained anything.
Yeah, nice hit there by Schroeder. I mean, he just takes off, sees the running back, sees the play, makes a good hit, and that's something we saw last week. You know, the physicality the Hornets played with was pretty impressive, so I look forward to seeing a lot more of that tonight.
6:25 left to go in the first. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Hargett will line up here in the shotgun. 4 receivers at his disposal. A 4-man front here for the Huntsville Hornets. As Hargett gets the snap in the gun, looking to throw over the middle, and it's batted up in the air, and is that picked off? Let's see what the call is. It is intercepted by the Huntsville Hornets. Shiloh Jones, I think, was the one that was able to corral that one before it hit the turf.
That's what we're talking about. The Hornet defense step up and make a big play. They just did, getting the Hornet offense back out on the field.
So actually they'll make a correction here. Claudio Alvarenga was the one back deep to receive that interception. So Hargett, it was tipped up into the air by a receiver for A&M Consolidated, and it right into the hands of Alvarenga, and he was able to haul that one in. Change at quarterback here. Here's the sophomore Marcus Lewis. Had the big game-tying touchdown in the scrimmage against Lufkin, so we'll see what the sophomore can do here. Three receivers spread out to the right with 6:10 left to go in the first. Lewis gets the snap. He'll roll to his right, looking to throw. Fires this one to Conte, and it falls to the turf. Incomplete. So the first varsity snap for Marcus Lewis is an incompletion to bring up second down.
Yeah, Lewis just kind of rolling to the right, kind of throws the ball a little over the front foot, a little too much, throws it into the ground. But he can play. This young man can throw the football. We saw it last week against Lufkin. 2 big bombs, and he connected on one of them. He's got an arm.
If you're wondering about Austin Taylor, he's standing on the sideline here with the helmet on, so no injuries to worry about there. Obviously dealt with a lot of injuries last year, but right now, head coach Rodney Southern has pivoted to his sophomore quarterback. 6:04 left to go in the first. Lewis with a hard count snap. Now he gets the second set. Hands it off to Brown, running this one left side, 50, and into A&M Consolidated territory. And that's good for Amoka. Moka turns it long. First down, a beautiful 10-yard run by Trayshawn Brown.
Nice job by Brown, running up the middle, picking his spots. Nice blocking up front by the big guys. First down, Hornets.
So first down and 10. Lining up under center will be Lewis. Brown, the running back. 3 receivers spread out to the right as Consolidated looks to bring some pressure here. Lewis, toss play to the right side. Brown across the 45, down to the 40-yard line. Beautiful run by Trayshawn Brown. A gain of 8 or 9 on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and very manageable 1 or 2 yards for the Hornets.
Nice blocking by the right guard there for the Hornets. I mean, big guy, opening up the hole there. A yard shy of another first down.
So they give him 9 on that play. That right guard you're talking about, Daniel Cruz, was the one that made the stop. As now the head referee says, stop the clock for a moment. Now continue to roll. 5.5 to go. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. The Hornets on the move, though. Lewis in the shotgun. Hard count snap. Now he claps again, and he'll clap a third time to get the snap. Fakes to give to Brown. Rolls out here to his left. Lewis sees the danger, trying to get out of trouble, but he is sacked back at the 45-yard line. In on the sack that time for A&M Consolidated is the senior Trace Meadows.
And on the tackle, number 9, Trace Meadows for the Tigers.
So that'll hurt the Hornets and bring up a third down and 8 on the 7-yard sack.
Yeah, this is a big third down for the Hornets. They need to convert right here. They're in A&M Consolidated territory. They need to convert these plays like this.
So Lewis and company going to try and regroup here on third down and 8. Well out of the range, obviously, of Joseph Mejia. This is well out of the range of some NFL kickers. The 45-yard line of A&M Consolidated. Lewis in the shotgun sends one in motion. That's Melton Green moving from the left side to the right side. As Lewis gets the snap, looking to throw, fires a deep ball to Savion Conte, but is well out of his reach and out of bounds. Incomplete. Back in coverage was Michael Clark. So the Hornets will be forced to punt yet again.
Yep, yet another pass. Almost in the same spot, like 3 passes in a row that sail out of bounds. Got to keep the ball in bounds, guys.
So that'll bring up fourth down and 8 for the Hornets. Clock stopped at 4 minutes and 26 seconds as A&M Consolidated will be ready to receive this one from Joseph Mejia. The last punt did not go very well for the Hornets. So they'll try to get this one away cleanly to Mejia. The wind is in his face, so he's going to have a little bit of trouble here. So there's the snap. Good. Mejia, his punt is away, flying through the air, and Consolidated is going to return this one as he is tripped up initially at the 20. He's down to the 28-yard line is Trace Meadows. And that is where A&M Consolidated will take over. Going to a third member of our crew, Kendall Morris, to talk about the quarterback shift here in just a little bit. Going to Marcus Lewis instead of Austin Taylor. We'll have to document that as this ball game progresses. So here comes A&M Consolidated back out here, led by Will Hargett, who just gave up the interception to Claudio Alvarenga. With the clock stopped at 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in this Advantage Specialties first quarter of play. Hargett will line up in the pistol, 3 receivers. Gets the snap, hands it off straight ahead to the 30-yard line, and maybe even a little bit further is the running back for A&M Consolidated, waiting for him to come out of the pile. That's Roderick Taylor on the run. Gain of 3. Second down and 7 coming up. The Hornets, that front 4, very critical to their is going to be very critical to their success this year, as well as that linebacker core, led, of course, by Shiloh Jones and Jawan Giddens. As it's second down and 7, 3:45 left to go here in the first. As Hargett gets the snap, Hands it off on a delay, and he is going to be sandwiched first by Zach Moss and a plethora of other Hornets in there on that big stop of the running back Taylor. He gained nothing on that play to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, nice play by the Hornet defense right there. I mean, these guys swarming to the football. That's what the coaches teach you. That's what the Hornets are doing right now there on that drive.
Clock keeps moving here, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Ball at the 30-yard line of A&M Consolidated. They move right to left across your radio dial. Will Hargett lines up in the pistol here. Motion man in Colton Schmeller will line up here in the slot on the left side. As he gets the snap, does Hargett, looking to throw. Fires this one up over the middle and caught at the 45-yard line and down near midfield. Peyton Bjork with the catch. Big healthy gain for Consolidated and a first down.
Yeah, another nice catch out by Bjork. He catches a touchdown, and then he catches that first down over the middle. Nice throw, nice catch.
So they'll mark it right at the midpoint, at the 50-yard line, right there on the H of the SH logo at midfield. Hornet defense got to clamp down here against A&M Consolidated. Down 7-0 are the Hornets in this Advantage Specialties first quarter. Target lines up in the eye with a running back offset to his left. That's Cameron Vines to his left. He will throw this one on a screen, gets a good block as that is into Hornet territory down to the 46-yard line. Nicholas Garcia, the junior wideout, making that catch. A couple of Hornets in on the stop to bring up 2nd and 6. Substitutions coming in here for the Hornets. We knew a lot of those guys were it's going to be a revolving door on that defensive line. Tyler Smith and on sophomore Isaiah Lewis, they check into the ball game. Target looking to the sideline here, and his head coach, Brandon Schmidt, offensive coordinator, Gabriel Rodriguez, flanked by several different coaching staffs. Again, like we mentioned in the pregame, a lot of a different culture now at A&M Consolidated, but a positive culture at that. As the line shifts for the Hornets there to the left, as here is the snap. Ball's free on the ground. Who's going to land on it here? Waiting for the signal by the referee. Shiloh Jones was in there, but I think A&M Consolidated was able to land on the ball. But that will bring up a 3rd down. Good disruption there by the Hornets, as it looked like there was a lot of miscommunication for Consolidated, Brian.
Yeah, it really did. It looked like they had a problem on the handoff, or, the great penetration there by the Hornet D-line, just kind of a combination. Nice play by the Hornet defense.
So it brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. Hargett lines up in the pistol here. One back with him. He'll drop back and look to throw. Staying in the pocket. Fires this one, and it is caught on a bobble by Peyton Bjork. Near in that red zone at the 26-yard line. Another great catch from Bjork.
Yeah, Bjork's running kind of a deep curl route, but he kind of continues the route as if they were in man defense. Nice play, nice catch. Another, hold
on.
Wait a minute, flag down.
We got laundry on the field, and it's holding on A&M Consolidated. That laundry on the field brought to you by A&D Propane. So, boy, that is going to negate what would have been a huge gain for A&M Consolidated of 20-plus yards, and that'll send them back. Kendall, if you got us down there on the sideline, did you get a good look at that? Waiting for her to get into position here. We'll have to continue to go back to her throughout this ball game.
Boy, what a big break there for the Hornet defense. A holding penalty just sets you way back. Big change there for the Hornets.
She gets the snap. Hargett throws on a screen. He's got a lot of real estate in front of him, does the running back Roderick Taylor, but he is spun out of bounds short of the original line of scrimmage at midfield, and that'll bring up 4th down for A&M Consolidated, and they will have to punt for the first time here this evening.
Yeah, great tackle by number 22, Brent Carroll, the sophomore cornerback, stopping them short. Hornet offense about to get the ball back. Need to take advantage of that great defensive play there by the Huntsville Hornets.
We'll go to a 3rd member of our crew, Kendall Morris, after this punt here from Colton Schmeller. Back deep to receive this one is the senior Cole Schroeder. So we'll see what the Hornet side of special teams does here. On 4th down and 12, 47 seconds left to go in this Advantage Specialties first quarter. 3 on the play clock. Schmeller and company have got to get this ball off, and they will get it off. Schmeller is punt, right toe to leather, flying through the air, and Cole Schroeder's going to have to let this one take a bounce. He's actually going to be stopped initially. No, he's now he's down at the 8-yard line. Stiffed a couple of tackles there, but the Hornets will have a deep deep part of the field to get through. We'll go to the third member of our crew, Kendall Morris, with the Tigers leading 7-0, Kendall, but the Hornets are keeping them at bay for the most part.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. I know the energy keeps getting higher and higher. I feel like it's not going down, especially after they got the interception. They let them have their celebration, but they brought them all back in and made sure that they understand that the things that happened before to be fixed also. One big line, it's constant learning.
As whistles come in here with 28 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. Tavion Conte checks out of the ball game for the time being. Again, Marcus Lewis is going to be the man at quarterback, but we have a flag down, but now the teams are being sent to their benches. So timeout, A&M Consolidated. We'll take it with them here for 30 seconds on a University Heights Baptist Church timeout on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church. I'm a proud 1993 Hornet graduate and 1998 Bearcat graduate. Here at University Heights, we cultivate people who make Jesus known by the lives we live and the conversations we have. This happens through three primary relationships: relationship with God, each other, and the world. We have some exciting next-gen ministry opportunities for all our birth through 12th grade Hornets and future Bearcats. Our weekly schedule and worship times are available online at uhbc.net or through our UHBC app. Sting 'em, Hornet!
KSAM Hornet Football is presented by Bill Fick Ford.
We welcome you back here to Bowers Stadium. 28 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. Before the teams head back onto the field, Brian, let's thank some of our sponsors.
Absolutely, Carlos. This season, the Huntsville Hornet Football is presented by Bill Fick Ford. No bull, just good deals at AB Squared Self-Storage, your local go-to self-storage facility.
So here's Marcus Lewis and company getting down to the nitty-gritty of this first quarter of play. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. If you're just joining us, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. That's Brian Adams across from me. As Marcus Lewis gets the snap on first down. Hands it off, Trayshawn Brown. 15-yard line. Another great healthy run there by Trayshawn Brown. It's a gain of 7 to bring up second down and 3. That front four for A&M Consolidated has not been able to get to Brown so far. Credit that offensive line for the Hornets being able to slow them down. With 10 seconds remaining in this first quarter, I think they're going to just let this one run to the end of the quarter, and the teams will flip sides, and we'll begin the second quarter here in just a few moments. 000s on the board. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Through one quarter of play, 3 more to go here tonight at Bauer Stadium in Huntsville under Friday Night Lights. Be back in a moment from the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. This is KSAM Sports.
Looking for something sporty and great on gas? Then head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Turn heads and fill up less often with a sporty new fuel-efficient Ford crossover like the ever-popular Ford Bronco. Orders for 2024 Broncos are now open. Or check out the built-tough Ford F-Series trucks, including the all-new Ford F-150s. Bill Fick Ford, where customer satisfaction comes first. And there's no bull, just good deals. Hurry in today or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Did you know a doctor's prescription is not needed to begin physical therapy? This allows you to begin therapy sooner without having to wait for a doctor's appointment to obtain your prescription. Since optimal physical therapy outcomes are obtained when treatment is started earlier, sooner really is better. Dallas Williams and the team at Physical Therapy Associates was voted Best Physical Therapist in the Huntsville Items Reader's Choice Awards for the 6th year in a row. So when you make your PT choice, choose the best. Physical Therapy Associates, PTAClinic.com.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, 101.7 KSAM Huntsville, and on the KSAM mobile app. Sting 'em Hornets.
We welcome you back here to Bowers Stadium. Another short gain here for the Hornets going here to start this second quarter of play. It's 7-0 A&M Consolidated on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth. Hornets. Marcus Lewis and company have 3rd down and 1. Toss play here to the left side. Trayshawn Brown trying to stretch forward, and he's got plenty enough for a Mocha attorneys at law. 1st down at the 20-yard line as the Hornets now move right to left.
You know, Trayshawn Brown is only a sophomore, and I tell you, the vision he already has at that young age is pretty amazing. By the time he's a senior, man, he is going to be one heck of a running back.
So 1st down and 10 for the Hornets. They officially mark it at the 21-yard line in Huntsville territory. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Marcus Lewis at quarterback right now for the Hornets. Austin Taylor started the game, but they've gone to the sophomore Lewis here. With 3 receivers, 1 sent in motion, that's Milton Green. They fake to give to him. Lewis in the pocket, steps into the throw, dropped by Braylon Phelps at the 40-yard line.
Well, I mean, that pass was right on the money, right in stride. You got to bring those in, man. That right there could have been a game changer for the Hornets.
Stops the clock at 10 minutes and 58 seconds. 2nd down and 10 now for the Hornets at the 21-yard line. Got Milton Green out there, Peyton Pryor. Also got one in at tight end, Seth Johnson, a newcomer here for the Hornets this year. They'll spread 3 receivers out to the far side. That's Hunter Lorenz at the top of your screen if you're on the web stream. Under center is Lewis. He bobbled the snap, and he's just forced to land on it. That'll be a loss of, luckily, only 1 for the Hornets, but now brings up 3rd down and long as another botched snap there. But again, that's the growing pains with a new offensive line and a new man under center in Brian Parker Jr.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, this is the first game of the season, and they're going to be mistakes. You just got to limit them the best you can. But this is a huge 3rd down for the Hornet offense. If they can convert right here, they'll be in pretty good shape.
7-0. A&M Consolidated in this season opener. 10:26 left to go in this second quarter of play. Consolidated look to bring pressure. They motion Brown into the backfield. He'll line up as the close receiver here on the left side of Marcus Lewis. Lewis alone in the backfield. He gets the snap, throws, got Brown at the 30-yard line, 35, and tackled down at the 37-yard line. Give him the 38. Brown there with an 18-yard gain, and another Mocha attorneys at law, 1st down.
Nice pass, nice catch there by Brown. Nice run after the catch. They pick up the 1st down, converted that 3rd and 10. Nice job, Huntsville Hornets.
Yeah, 2 guys going on a slant there to throw off that A&M Consolidated second level and secondary. So the Hornets did a good play call there to bring up 1st down and 10 inside 10 minutes. 37-yard line is where they are in their own territory. Lewis will line up in the shotgun here, 3 receivers. Lorenz out to the far right side of Lewis. Lewis claps once, goes through, and now claps again. And now a 3rd time. He gets the snap, fakes to give to Brown, throws this one into the flat, looking to go to Milton Green, but well defended out there in the flat by Jontavius Bellard.
Oh, boy, those are scary plays when you throw the ball all the way across the field out in the flats. It doesn't take anything for that defender to step in front of the pass and take it to the house. Luckily there for the Hornets, it was just incomplete.
I'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 9 minutes and 37 seconds in the second quarter. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Lewis Hill now line up under center. Savion Conte checks back into the ball game here for Huntsville. Peyton Pryor lines up in the slot on the right side, and they will toss play it here to Brown. Brown running through the hole on the right side. Hit initially. They're just past the original line of scrimmage. Forward progress will give him the 40-yard line. That is a gain of 3 on the play. Making the initial hit was Connor Riley, a senior linebacker, and that will bring up 3rd down once again for the Hornets.
Yeah, big play opportunity here for the Hornets. Trayshawn Brown, he's done really well on this drive. They're going vertical, and they're having some success.
So he hit the big one to Brown a little bit ago. And now what do you do here if you are the Hornets?
It's important that wide receivers run past the 1st down marker.
Line to gain is the Hornet 47. Brown lining up to the left side here of Lewis. 3 receivers. Lewis gets the snap, looks to throw, fires here to Peyton Pryor, and it's picked off. Running this one back here for A&M Consolidated. 25-20 still on his feet and out of bounds into the red zone. That's Jontavius Bellard with the interception, and now A&M Consolidated with another short field.
First down, A&M Consolidated.
Again, looking for Peyton Pryor, but a little bit behind him there, and right there to pick it off was Ballard.
Yeah, that's just, again, you got a young sophomore quarterback out there. Sometimes you kind of get zeroed in on one particular receiver. You got to look them off. Try to buy yourself, get them some distance between the wide receiver and the defender, and that right there, defender stepped right in front, picked it off.
Getting a word from Kendall down there on the sidelines. Pryor actually had his hands on it, but Ballard was just a little bit tougher and ripped it right out of them to pick that one off. That's why you saw a little bit of hesitation right there. As here is A&M Consolidated at the Hornet 17-yard line where they mark him. 8:39 left to go in the second. Back into the gun, here is Will Hargett. He gets the snap and hands this one off. Running this one left side, Keyshawn Thomas. Ball pops out, and the Hornets landed on it.
No indication yet.
No indication yet, or are they going to say second down here?
Looks like they're calling it second down.
I think they're going to call it second down. They say the contact of the ground is where it was. So no fumble for the Hornets here. Be able to recover, but they do make a big loss there. It backs up A&M Consolidated to the 21-yard line. Bring up second down and 14 for the Tigers. Are going to line up in the shotgun here. He's got 4 receivers, 1 lining up in the slot, Colton Schmeller. Hargett gets the snap, low snap. It's going to be backed up here at the 35-yard line. Hargett's going to fall down at the 43-yard line. That is a Hartfield Flores quarterback sack for Zach Moss.
Zach Moss, we called his name a lot last year. Big play there by the defensive end, Zach Moss. Great job, Huntsville Hornets.
Just a bad snap there by A&M Consolidated. And that's really got him way back here. 3rd down and 33 at their Hornet 40-yard line. The line to gain is the Hornet 7. This is going to be an incredibly tough play here for A&M Consolidated. Leading 7-0, clock moving at 7:20. Play clock down to 9 here, so A&M Consolidated might have to burn one of these timeouts here. If they're not careful, they're going to lose another 5 yards. I don't think Hargett even sees it. And now the flag comes out. Did they get the timeout in time?
You called it, I think. I think that's, well, maybe they did.
They did get the timeout in time. Stops the clock at 7 minutes and 4 seconds. A 7-0 lead for A&M Consolidated. We'll keep it right here for the time being, Brian, as we thank more of our wonderful sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible.
Absolutely. We want to thank Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. In Huntsville Independent School District, focus for our children's unlimited success. In Hartfield Flores, personalizing your events since 1957. McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We're not comfortable till you are. Bet they've been busy this summer. MRC Creekside Retirement Community, a healthy living senior community in Mokomoke Attorneys at Law. For your estate planning, real estate, or business law needs, call Mokomoke Attorneys at Law, serving Huntsville since 1971.
I want to remind you, coming up here in the Northside Baptist Church halftime report, we'll have stats and analysis of this first half of play. Joining us as well from Northside Baptist Church is leader of students, youth pastor Travis Lee will join us here at the Northside Baptist Church halftime report coming up here at the conclusion of the second quarter. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. If you're just joining us, they have a 3rd down and 33 as Hargett lines up in the pistol. 4 receivers. Hargett drops back looking to throw. Rolling here to his left. He's got a lot of real estate in front of him, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere close to a first down as a couple of Hornets force him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line or so. So a gain of 15 for Hargett brings up 4th and 18. And this isn't really out of the realm of a field goal try, but the wind is in their face.
That's exactly right. The first quarter, they'd have been in good shape, but as you change sides of the field, now they face the wind. They are going for the field goal right into the wind.
Tyler Poling will be the holder. Colton Schmeller will be the kicker. They're in between the hashes, lining up on the left side of the hash marks here at Bowers Stadium. 42-yard try coming up here to try to make it 10-0. He's going to have to push this one a bit here, Will Schmeller. Snap is away. Hold is good. The kick by Schmeller. Dying there at the end as it rolls off to the right side. No good. So the Hornets, despite the interception given up by Marcus Lewis, are able to shut down A&M Consolidated's offense, and that'll turn it back over to the Hornets. And Austin Taylor will come back out as the quarterback here with 6:49 left to go in the second.
Yeah, I think the Hornets kind of weathered the storm on that interception right there with great defensive play and a little luck on their side. Getting the ball back in relatively decent position there on the 25-yard line. And you're right, Austin Taylor back in the game at quarterback.
So Lewis off for the time being after the interception. They'll have 3 receivers, will the Hornets, down 7-0 in this second quarter of play in Huntsville, Texas. Taylor lines up in the shotgun, one back with him. He'll send Pryor into the backfield now as well to just leave 2 receivers out there to the left. Now he'll send Pryor in motion again, and Taylor will hand this one off. Trayshawn Brown stiffs the initial hits, still chugging the feet, but he is finally upended around the 30-yard line, making the stop there. Michael Clark getting down low to take his legs out from under him. They officially mark it at the 29. It's a gain of 4 for Trayshawn.
Yeah, nice run up the middle by Trayshawn. Good blocking up front by the big guys. Now I'd love to see a pass play down the field, try to stretch this defense out a little bit.
6:21 left to go in this second quarter of play. 7-0 Tigers. Taylor will line up under center. Trips receivers to the right. As they show blitz off the left side, they hand it off again to Brown, trying to cut this one upfield onto the right side of the line. Flag flies in from the back judge, so that's usually a telltale sign of holding. Brown gets a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play, but let's check the flag.
There are flags on the field.
And that came from the back judge, so he's got a good view of that offensive line, so we'll see if this is going to hurt the Hornets or not. If it does, it'll bring up second down. It's holding against Huntsville, so it will back them up 10.
Holding against the Hornets is the call.
Again, that's the kind of the growing pains you have with a brand new offensive line, and it came in a bit late while Brown was running to the right side, so that right guard over there in Daniel Cruz and Trey Williams may have been the culprit. But now bring up second down and 16. Ball backed up to the 19-yard line of Huntsville, moving right to left. Clock will now move. Taylor motions Conte a little closer here to the left side, sends Brown out of the backfield. That's actually Phelps in the backfield now. Taylor alone back there. Taylor gets the snap. 4-man rush. Pressure coming. Fire. Savion Conte open to the 30. Cuts it back at the 40, 45, and the 50-yard line. Conte still on his feet. 45 and out of the 40-yard line. Beautiful run after the catch by Savion Conte.
Great route by Conte. It's just a deep post. Great throw by Austin Taylor. Hits him in the numbers. Hurry up offense. First down Hornets.
Here comes the Hornet offense looking to go in hurry-up mode here. They feel the pressure coming. Here's Braylon Phelps running this one to the left side, past the 40 and down to the 30. They'll give him the 37-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play with 5.5 left to go here in the second quarter, and the Hornets are on the move.
Yep, Hornets are in A&M Consolidated territory. Great, best opportunity they've had all night. Put points on the board, and they are on the move.
Hurry-up offense, something we haven't really seen in this ball game so far by Huntsville. They haven't really had the opportunity to, but they are in Consolidated territory. Marked at the 37, taking some time here. 5 minutes left to go in the second. Taylor in the shotgun. 3 receivers spread out to the right. 1 man in motion, Seth Johnson. Taylor gets the snap, hands it off. Brown running this one left side, trying to step forward. He did get some positive yardage out of it, only a gain of 2 for the sophomore running back Trayshawn Brown. That'll bring up third down and 5 for the Hornets at the 35.
Yeah, big play here for Austin Taylor and the Hornets. 3rd and 5. You're in A&M Consolidated territory. First time all night. It is critical they convert right here.
Trying to knock on the door of that Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. They need 15 yards to get there. 3rd down and 5. 4:20 to go here in the second quarter. Taylor in the shotgun. He gets the snap. Fakes the give here to Brown. Rolling to his right. Fires to Singletary, but it falls to the turf. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 5 for the Hornets. And, Brian, you know as well as I do, head coach Rodney Southern is not going to shy away from the potential to go for it, especially with where they're at on the field right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking, it looks like they may be calling a timeout here. But you're right. I mean, Coach Rodney Southern has a history of, if it's 4th and attainable, he's going to go for it every time. And it looks like he's going to do that right here. And this would be the most critical play of the first half here for the Hornets tonight.
This timeout brought to you by University Heights Baptist Church. We'll take it with them for 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
Volleyball season is in full swing.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church. I'm a proud 1993 Hornet graduate and 1998 Bearcat graduate. Here at University Heights, we cultivate people who make Jesus known by the lives we live and the conversations we have. This happens through 3 primary relationships: relationship with God, each other, and the world. We have some exciting next-gen ministry opportunities for all our birth through 12th grade Hornets and future Bearcats. Our weekly schedule and worship times are available online at uhbc.net or through our UHBC app. Sting 'em Hornet.
Hi, I'm safety Cole Schroeder, and you're listening to Huntsville Hornet Football on 101.7 KSAM. Go Hornets.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM. If you are tuning into the ball game tonight on the web stream, want to let you know tonight's video broadcast is being presented in 2K Quad HD with a 4K Ultra HD enhanced presentation. This broadcast is also enhanced with our newest audio innovation, KSAM Sports 5.1 surround sound audio. Closed captioning is also available, folks, for the hearing impaired. 4th down and 5 for the Hornets. They're going to go for it here at the 35-yard line of the Tigers. Austin Taylor, he lines up in the shotgun. Motions Trayshawn Brown out of the backfield to bring out a 4 wideout set. Taylor alone. He gets the snap, looks to the left side, fires to Brown. It's tipped away, looking for Brown. Nearly picked off by A&M Consolidated. It is a turnover on downs, tipping that one Michael Clark, and A&M Consolidated will take over.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate, just right in the chest of the defender. Got to give your wideouts an opportunity.
And a flag has flown in late here by one of the line judges here. I see the laundry there at about the 31-yard line. And that was well after the play, Brian, so maybe a little bit of extracurricular there by A&M Consolidated, so that's going to back him up some yardage. It is unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's going to back him up quite a few yards.
Quite a bit. Back to the 20 to be exact, so a loss of 10. That will set him up at a more traditional spot, will A&M Consolidated at the 20.
What's so important for these Hornet defenders, these DBs, they cannot afford to let these wide receivers get behind them because Harget's got an arm and he'll let loose.
You're tuning in on the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel. First off, delighted to have you with us tonight. 280 of you strong tuning in here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Here we go. A&M Consolidated, a handoff here by Harget, and swallowed up in the backfield by Noah Cummings is Roderick Taylor. A loss of about 3 on the play. Beautiful stop there behind the line of scrimmage by the junior D lineman.
Big Noah Cummings. I love his enthusiasm, man. You see it on the Hornet sidelines. These guys are still fired up, ready to play some football.
It's flanked out there, of course, by Tyler Smith, who didn't get the start tonight. Also out there, Fred Oladelli, another one of the newcomers for the Hornets there. He lines up as the right end. Hezekiah Johnson is the left end on 2nd down and 12, 3.5 to go here in the first half. Harget gets the snap, dropping back, looking to throw. Feels the pressure, fires, tipped by Shiloh Jones, nearly intercepted by Shiloh, but it does fall to the turf, incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 12 with 3:22 left to go in the second.
What a great job by Shiloh Jones out there playing center field, sees the ball, sees the quarterback's eyes, bats the ball away, because if he wouldn't have done that, man alive, that may have been a big reception there for A&M Consolidated.
That'll turn it over 3rd down here for the Tigers, as ever since that opening drive for A&M Consolidated, they have just not been able to find any semblance on offense. A lot of great stuff from this Hornet defense so far. A lot of communication here by the Hornet DBs on 3rd down, and we have got flags flying in everywhere. That should be a false start on A&M Consolidated. That left guard over there jumped just a little bit early, I think.
Yeah, I think the umpire's indication is false start on the left guard or left tackle.
We'll see what the call is going to be here from the head referee. Looking at it here, false start. There it is. That flag brought to you by A&D Propane, and that'll back A&M Consolidated up even further. Back them up 5 to the 13-yard line to bring up 3rd down and 17 for the Tigers. Here they go. Lining up in the gun is Harget. 4 receivers, 1 back with him. 4-man rush coming for Huntsville. As Harget gets the snap, fakes the give, throws this one on a screen here into the flat, spinning out of trouble initially, but down at the original line of scrimmage. There for A&M Consolidated was Peyton Bjork, and that will force a 3-and-out for A&M Consolidated. They will punt this one away back to the Hornets.
Well, it's the first time tonight A&M Consolidated to be punting the ball away. I'd love to see an all-out blitz, try to bat this ball down right before the first half ends.
Colton Schmeller, he'll be back to punt this one away. Cole Schroeder, he stands back deep to receive this one in his own territory at about the 45-yard line in between the hash marks. Schmeller stands on the right set of hash marks, and the Hornets look to bring some pressure here. Schmeller will get the punt away. This one a line drive punt. Schroeder will let it take a bounce and roll out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in this first half of play, 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Let's see what the Hornets have here. Austin Taylor and company will roll the offense back out there.
Well, again, it's important with just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half you got to pick up a couple of first downs, and you got to go vertical with the football. You cannot go horizontal. A&M Consolidated has a lot of speed on the ends. They need to go vertical.
So here's Austin Taylor. Was pulled off the field for a little bit in favor of Marcus Lewis, but now he's out there for what will likely be the final drive for the Hornets in this first half of play. So first down and 10, all at the 35-yard line. Taylor in the shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end as Taylor gets the snap, fakes to give the Brown, throws, has the tight end, Marcus Lewis across the 45 and down to the 48-yard line. A flag flies in late, and that might benefit the Hornets too, but either way, it's enough for Mocha attorneys at law. First down.
Nice pass there by Austin Taylor. Stood tall in the pocket, drills his tight end, and that's a new thing the Hornets have really started to work with this year, is actually having a tight end, and it paid off for him right there.
And the penalty is against A&M Consolidated, roughing the passer as Austin Taylor was hit late, and that'll move the ball into A&M Consolidated territory 15 yards after where the catch was made. So after a beautiful catch by Marcus Lewis, the Hornets are cooking at the 36-yard line of the Tigers after that critical interception. Or not interception, I should say penalty. 2:13 and counting left to go here in this second quarter. Austin Taylor under center gets the snap, toss play. Brown running this one left side. Read beautifully there by A&M Consolidated. He's able to muster 1 run of yardage on the play to bring up second down and 9 as we're inside 2 minutes to go.
Well, we're going to see Taylor throw the ball here in a minute. And I tell you what, Carlos, he has a very good live arm. I've thrown the ball with him a couple of times this summer. He's very accurate. He's got a strong arm. Just needs to step up into it and let it fly.
They'll actually mark it as no gain, so second down and 10. 1:37 left to go in the first half. 7-0 A&M Consolidated. Taylor alone in the backfield. He gets the snap, rolling to his right. A lot of real estate in front of him. He fires, and it's caught at the 15-yard line by Peyton Pryor. A gain of 21 on the play. And another Mocha attorneys at law first down as they roll into the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone.
Nice pass there by Taylor. He rolls to his right. He squares up to the line of scrimmage and lets it go. Nice pass, nice catch.
Hurry up offense here for the Hornets as we're nearing 1 minute left to go. Taylor hands it off to Brown, running this one straight ahead inside the 10-yard line. They mark him down at the 8-yard line. Another healthy run by Trayshawn Brown. The Hornets are knocking on the door to try and tie this game up as we get ready to go to the locker room. And the Hornets will keep the hurry-up offense going. Trips receivers to the right, but before we get there, a timeout taken by A&M Consolidated. With 51 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, the Hornets knocking on the door of their first score tonight. Brian, let's thank some of our great sponsors.
This season of Huntsville Hornet football, again, is presented by Bill Fick Ford. No bull, just good deals. And First Franklin Financial, helping our neighbors do life since 1941. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, honest work, quality service. Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
So we're still in this timeout, brought to you by our friends at University Heights Baptist Church, keeping it right here as we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this first half. The Hornets have been held off the scoreboard the entire night, but they are moving quickly with some good throws by Austin Taylor, setting up some great runs for Trayshawn Brown. That's what we love to see. The Hornets have got themselves in a great spot. Don't forget, coming up next, Northside Baptist Church halftime report. We'll bring you an analysis of that first half. Before we get to halftime, of course, Kendall Morris will be down there with head coach Rodney Southern as he goes into the locker room to get his thoughts on the first half of play for the Huntsville Hornets.
It is so important the Hornets punch this ball into the end zone right before the halftime, square this game up. And I tell you, the Hornet defense has done a really good job tonight. And here in the second half, in the second quarter, Hornet offense have really picked up their game.
So here we go. Second down and 3 for the Huntsville Hornets. They're at the consolidated 8-yard line. The line to gain is the 5-yard line for 4 sets of downs. They hand it off to Brown, running this one right side. Cuts it upfield. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Huntsville, an 8-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Brown to tie this one up or get us a point away from tying this one up. You knew he was going to get into the end zone at some point tonight, but he does it right there on a beautiful run to the right side.
Great run around the edge there by the sophomore running back, Trayshawn Brown, and great job to the big O-line for the Huntsville Hornets. Brand new unit, and they are holding their own tonight.
So a point after try here. That's an MRC Creekside touchdown by Trayshawn Brown. Point after try here brought to you by Nelson Amaya's Collision Center from Joseph Mejia. Snap is good. The hold is good, and the point after is blocked by A&M Consolidated. So the Hornets are not able to tie this game up, but they do give themselves some much-needed momentum as they get ready to head into the locker room. So Consolidated maintains the lead 7-6 with 44 seconds left to go in the first half.
You know, we talked about it last week. We talked about it in the pregame show, how important all of these special teams points are, and that one right there is a critical one that we needed very badly.
Yes, we did, but a lot of ball games still to be played here this evening at Bauer Stadium in Huntsville as we welcome you inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is the former Hornet quarterback Brian Adams. Teams will get ready to get the special teams units back out there for the remainder of this second quarter of play. I want to remind you again, also coming up in our Northside Baptist Church halftime report, youth pastor Travis Lee. He will join us here in the halftime break in this season opening matchup between Huntsville and A&M Consolidated. So stay tuned for that coming up in the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. So the Hornets will trot out for the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff by Joseph Mejia. I mean, Brian, you like that drive right there by Huntsville. It gives you some confidence on top of all the momentum that you desperately needed in this first half, and they've made this a ball game. It's much, much different than what it was last year in College Station.
You know what? I think you hit the nail on the head with the comment about confidence, and that is something I think Austin Taylor needed, and he got, and I think his teammates needed it. You know, they made some great catches down, going into that scoring drive, and you got to love it, man.
Special teams units now out of the field here. 2 back deep to receive this one from Joseph Mejia. So this will be his first test at a kickoff this year. He's gotten the punts. He's gotten an extra point try. Now here's the kickoff brought to you by Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance. Mejia looks to his teammates, and he will boot this one away. Right to the leather. It'll be a little bit of a squib kick here. Taken on top of the Conference USA logo here on the left side. Running this one straight ahead and getting tripped up back near that Bearcat paw at the 25-yard line is Trace Meadows. And that is where he will be stopped with 35 seconds remaining in this second quarter as a little bit of extracurriculars there down there on the field right now. Don't see any laundry coming out just yet. Nope, I spoke too soon. There's one right there. Well, the tempers are starting to get a little testy here at Bauer Stadium as another flag has flown. As the old adage goes, they don't normally see the first shove, but they'll see the retaliation. So we'll see who gets burned here. Will it be Huntsville or will it be A&M Consolidated once again, who's already got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against them tonight? So again, the clock stopped at 34 seconds, 7-6, A&M Consolidated. The refereeing crew here, I see the white hat over there. They're talking things over here, just trying to get everything squared away. But, man, this is starting to turn into a little bit of what a rivalry game feels like. I mean, in past years, of course, Huntsville opened the year against the Willis Wildcats before they made the jump to 6A. Actually, they even played them a couple of years ago when they made that jump to 6A to return a game from a previous year. So here's the call from the head referee here in just a moment. Who will it go against? We're talking here with the Huntsville sideline. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Hornets.
You know what? I think you're exactly right. I think
offsetting penalties. It's actually going to go both ways.
Well, there you go. But you're right. Most of the time, they see the retaliation.
Yes, they do. So they put it on both sides, so the penalty's offset. That'll put A&M Consolidated where they received the ball and downed it at the 27-yard line. Moving left to right across your radio dial. With 34 seconds left to go, here's Will Hargett lining up in the shotgun. 3 receivers at his leisure. He'll move one in motion, Ellis Myers. Some misdirection here, trying to run this one straight ahead, but he runs into a swarm of Hornets. Does Cameron Vines, not really able to get anywhere. He is able to muster 2 yards on the play, but I think A&M Consolidated will be content to let the clock run out and send things to the locker room. At least that is the initial look here from A&M Consolidated's Will Hargett. And that will indeed be the case. So that is your first half of play wrapped up here as 000s will hit the clock. A&M Consolidated has a 7-6 lead as the teams head to the locker room. Huntsville has the momentum going into the locker room. The Tigers will receive the second half kickoff. Coming up here in just a little bit. Down on the field, Kendall Morris will get ready to talk with head coach Rodney Southern to get his thoughts on that first half of play in just a moment as head coach Rodney Southern will set the headset down, and I'll throw it to our third member of our crew, Kendall Morris. She's standing by with head coach Rodney Southern.
Especially the quick pad.
Well, that's part of the game. We got to control the line of scrimmage a little better, and we got to stop turning the ball over.
They had a really good drive and play down here towards the end throughout the game.
Well, just keep running the ball, keep executing.
All right, coaches, I got back to you, Carlos.
Thank you, Kendall, down there on the sideline for us. Still working through technical difficulties throughout this ballgame, but there you have it. Head coach Rodney Southern mildly pleased with that first half from his team, as that'll launch us into the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. That is coming up next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. 7-6, A&M Consolidated leads as we head to the break.
Looking for something sporty and great on gas? Then head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Turn heads and fill up less often with a sporty new fuel-efficient Ford crossover like the ever-popular Ford Bronco. Orders for 2024 Broncos are now open. Or check out the built-tough Ford F-Series trucks, including the all-new Ford F-150. Bill Fick Ford, where customer satisfaction comes first. And there's no bull, just good deals. Hurry in today or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Hey folks, it's Steven over here at Adams Furniture. We're your Huntsville, Texas hometown furniture store. Come in and see why we carry the top brands with great customer service. We carry brands such as Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Hybrid, Serta mattresses. We have the biggest selection of Lazy Boy recliners, double reclining sofas, reclining love seats. We have all American made hardwood bedroom furniture, living room furniture, all American made lift chairs. All this is in stock and ready for delivery at Adams Furniture. We are cheaper in the country. Shop local with us and save your money. It's Adams Furniture, 30 State Highway and 75 North and 10th Street.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas, having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
Looking for something sporty and great on gas? Then head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Turn heads and fill up less often with a sporty new fuel-efficient Ford crossover like the ever-popular Ford Bronco. Orders for 2024 Broncos are now open. Or check out the built-tough Ford F-Series trucks, including the all-new Ford F-150s. Bill Fick Ford, where customer satisfaction comes first. And there's no bull, just good deals. Hurry in today or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com. Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
Choose Sandal Renovation and Patio to upgrade your outdoor living space. Add a new patio cover, concrete, wooden deck, or a screened-in porch. Enjoy a custom outdoor kitchen or even a fire pit. Upgrade your ugly concrete with epoxy overlays, stamped or stained concrete that will last for decades. Sandal Renovation and Patio is Walker County's premier renovation and patio builder. They'll take measurements, develop 3D modeling, and process all city and HOA permits, making your next project hassle-free. Schedule your next outdoor living project today by calling Sandal Renovation and Patio at 936-581-2210.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for something sporty and great on gas? Then head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Turn heads and fill up less often with a sporty new fuel-efficient Ford crossover like the ever-popular Ford Bronco. Orders for 2024 Broncos are now open. Or check out the built-tough Ford F-Series trucks, including the all-new Ford F-150s. Bill Fick Ford, where customer satisfaction comes first. And there's no bull, just good deals. Hurry in today or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
txhsfb.com.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, CFI 215. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656. MMLS number 141654. Not available in North Carolina.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
TWFG and More Insurance has been proudly serving the Huntsville and Walker County area since 2003. Ranked number 1 in Texas as an independently owned insurance provider, our independence affords us the freedom to shop insurance carriers and coverages that best suits our client-specific needs. TWFG offers personal and commercial, life, health, and flood insurance. Call Waylon Moore at 936-293-8121 or drop by 1212 10th Street in Huntsville, Texas. At TWFG and More Insurance, our policy is caring.
This is the Northside Baptist Church Hornets High School Halftime Report. Here's Brian Adams, Kendall Morris, and the voice of the Hornets, Carlos Zimmermann.
We welcome you back here to Bowers Stadium on the Sam Houston State University campus in Huntsville, Texas, as we welcome you into the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Your score, 7-6. A&M Consolidated has the lead here at the halftime break, but the Hornets scored going into the locker room, so they've got themselves in a really good spot right now to try and keep momentum up in this ball game. As we welcome you back inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside me is Brian Adams. Brian, looking back at that first half, the offense for the Hornets did have a little bit of trouble just gelling and getting going, and the Tigers were hot out of the gate, but ever since then, the momentum has kind of flipped to the side of the Hornet defense when going up against Will Hargett and that Tiger offense.
Yeah, you know, it really has, and it's amazing what momentum does for you. It just changes the whole concept of the game, but, you know, the Hornets really gave Consolidated a gift right off the bat, and they took advantage of it, and, of course, the Hornets started playing from behind. Again, though, a good team doesn't let that kind of thing bother them, that they can come back as the Hornets did right there before the first half is over.
Absolutely. Actually, as you're seeing the A&M Consolidated marching band down there on the field right now before we continue along here in the Northside Baptist Church halftime report, man, I mean, just like we said earlier, the Hornets had a little bit of struggles early offensively. They made that switch at quarterback to try and see if they could sway the momentum back the other way, but Marcus Lewis ended up throwing a pick. I mean, your thoughts on that, Brian, because a little bit of a rotating door there at quarterback, it does bring a little bit of a different dynamic for that A&M Consolidated defense as well.
Well, you're right, it does, and to be honest, you know, again, this is the first game of the season, so they're still trying to get the feel. They're still trying to get some of the butterflies and some of the nervousness out of them, and I think that's what part of that first half was. I am not a big fan, never have been a big fan of rotating quarterbacks. I get it, but this is the first game. But pick the quarterback and go with it, because your team has to come in and they have to believe in whoever's leading them, and that's why I kind of say that. You got two young guys. You got a junior and you got a sophomore quarterback. The sophomore, very talented. Austin Taylor, very talented. But you're talking about a sophomore who's very young, hadn't had any varsity starts at quarterback or any experience like that, so I know that's a little bit difficult.
And then looking at that offensive line, they've had a couple of penalties called against them this evening, but they've been rather stout, making a lot of great running lanes for Trayshawn Brown, and also giving time to Austin Taylor to make some good throws like they did on that closing drive to wrap up the second quarter of play. So they're making the moves they need to make on that offensive line, looking more like a veteran group.
Yeah, 100%. And you got to give that O-line a lot of that credit, you know, because you got to give a quarterback, I don't care what level the quarterback is playing. It could be the NFL, it could be junior high. If he doesn't get enough time to throw the football, it's going to be a long night. The second quarter, that O-line gave Austin Taylor that opportunity to throw the football.
And then flip to the defensive side of the ball. The Hornets do have an interception against Will Hargett and company of A&M Consolidated. Claudio Alvarenga picked one nearly off the turf to get that one. And then bringing a lot of great defense there in that linebacker core. We haven't seen much of Jawan Giddens tonight, but Shiloh Jones made a big deflection there down the stretch of that first half of play. And then that front line for the Hornets. Noah Cummings had a big tackle for loss out there, and Zach Moss had another big one as well. So that's what you like to see if you are the Hornets here, as you have a potent defense that's really going to drive a lot of your success this year, and we saw that in that first half.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think so far tonight, obviously the strong suit is the Hornet defense, and you talk about Shiloh Jones. He was a heck of a leader last year. You give him another year of experience, and he's doing the same thing where he just picked up where he left off. But I think the most impressive thing for me on the defense is that front four for the Hornets. Man, they are getting penetration. They're getting in the backfield, causing disruptions, and I think that's been a huge part of this first half.
And they're not going to be alone. We talked about Zach Moss, and we talked about Noah Cummings. Big Kadarian Easley. I've talked with him at practices and stuff like that. He's ready to make a big hit on somebody, and he's going to look to do that coming up in our second half of play. We're going to step aside and take a break here on the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report. Joining us after the break is our special guest, youth pastor at Northside Baptist Church, Travis Lee, joins the show here after the break on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
Stop any of the guys coming off the field at halftime, and most would tell you they need the rest. There's been a lot of helmet clashing and pad slapping in the first half. They need to rest and recuperate for the second half. We all need rest from the bruises and hard knocks that life can sometimes deliver. I want to suggest you come out to Northside this Sunday. Take a break from the playing field of life. Rest, recuperate, clear your mind. Make a plan for the new week ahead. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
We welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is the former Hornet quarterback, Brian Adams, here in the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report. And joining us now is our special guest here inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth is a good friend of mine from Northside Baptist Church. The church I call home is our youth pastor at Northside, Travis Lee. Travis, how are you, good sir?
I'm doing well.
Oh, I don't think we have your mic on just yet. Now talk.
There we go. I'm doing real good, Carlos. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for getting me on tonight.
Absolutely. Travis, I mean, you're one of our newer staff members at Northside, coming on, what was it, a year ago now or so since you joined us as our youth pastor? I mean, just talk about that a little bit, coming from where you were in the Pacific Northwest and then coming down here to the Lone Star State of Texas.
Yeah, no, I grew up in the Seattle area, got out of there as quick as I could, got down to Texas, that's what everybody says, and, I moved down here about 9 years ago, lived in the Woodlands in Montgomery area, and about a year ago got very, very fortunate. My wife was pregnant, we had our first baby, and we knew we wanted to be in ministry, and Northside was gracious enough to give me the opportunity to be up here, and it's been a really cool year, getting to know Huntsville, the town, getting to know the schools, getting to know the kids. It's been a blast.
Yeah, I noticed it. I think you and I were at a Hornet volleyball game one night, and left and right, people were like, hey, Travis, and the whole adage was that, I ran into a lot of people that I knew out here, but I think you're gunning for my job on that front. I mean, just, your position as a youth pastor and, pouring into these students that you see from not just at Huntsville High School, but at the surrounding areas as well, New Waverly, Alpha Omega Academy, Trinity High School. I mean, just talk about that relationship and how important it is just been building that here with the students at Northside.
Yeah, so Reagan Cooksey's our senior pastor there, and I talk to him a lot, and, I got responsibilities at Northside, definitely. I got stuff I need to get done there, but he's a big supporter of mine, saying, hey, be where the students are, be where the community is. I hired you as a youth pastor here, but really I hired you to be a pastor for Huntsville, the town. So it's much more of a be with the community and be serving those kids. And so, yeah, we got kids up in Trinity. We got them in New Waverly. I spend a lot of time at the private school Alpha Omega, and it's been really neat to get plugged in at all the different places.
Absolutely, Brian.
Yeah, Travis, I'm glad you're up here tonight, and because Northside Baptist Church does so many wonderful things for these high school kids, and you being the youth pastor, kind of tell the listeners and us and kind of what that entails.
Yeah, so my primary responsibility, my primary goal is to make sure that we are taking care of our kids, make sure they know that they're loved, make sure they know that people care about them. Obviously, I'm hoping to teach them that I love them, their parents love them, but even more than that, God loves them. So that's really what we're trying to show. So, I spend a lot of time just figuring out ways to connect with students, figuring out, what their stressors are, what's going on in their lives, and trying to make sure that they know they're supported.
Absolutely. That's awesome, brother. Talking here with Travis Lee here on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report here inside the broadcast booth. Travis, it was an exciting summer here over at Northside. I was supposed to go with y'all to youth camp at La Tech this year, but I decided to play an extra game of softball out of the fields and decided to mess up my hamstring, so that derailed that. But talk about that experience. I heard a lot of great stories about that, some not so great stories that you can't say on the radio, so I'm not going to give you that. But, it was an awesome experience for the students out there at La Tech.
Absolutely. Anytime you take a group of, we had 67 students went with us to Louisiana Tech. Anytime you take that many students together, there's bound to be some stories, and a lot of them were just phenomenal. It was really cool to see them all connect, see how the different kids got to be with different groups of kids that they wouldn't normally get to be. Anytime you take a concentrated group for a concentrated amount of time, you're going to get to have deeper conversations, and you're going to get to reveal things that you wouldn't otherwise. So it was a phenomenal time for me to get to hang out with some kids who had some things that they need to get off their chest, and that was the great environment to do that in. I'm very much grateful for God for giving us that opportunity and for bringing the right kids there.
Absolutely, and a lot of from my experiences growing up in the Baptist church and then going to summer camps and stuff like that, that's where they get you, and that's where they really want to drive, just to be able to grow in your relationship with Christ, and it's just an awesome experience. I got you covered next year. Don't worry. I got you covered. I should not have another hamstring injury. If I do, you can hold me to that.
I'm putting a red shirt on you for softball. It's not happening this time.
But obviously, a lot of great stuff coming up as well at Northside Baptist Church, and we got the retreat coming up as well as a lot of great other events happening at Northside, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So Northside is, we are getting ready for this year, for the school year. We got the fall retreat for our students. We got a women's retreat that very next weekend. Our men's ministry is kicking up. We're trying to be a little bit more structured with that, I guess might be the way to say it. But we got Fall Festival coming up, and you'll be hearing about that on KSAM. I'm sure Reagan will be telling everybody about that. So we really just want to make sure we're serving the community where we can, and we're inviting them in and saying, hey, listen, we're doing this and we want you with us. So
absolutely. We'll step aside and take a break here. Travis will join us once again here in just a moment after this message from Northside Baptist Church on the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Show on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Halftime is an opportunity for teams to rest from the events of the first half and get a plan for the future of the second half. Broadcasters are busy analyzing what has already happened, while coaches are planning strategies and making changes, but the final score is yet to be determined. We want a Hornet victory in the future. Life is a lot like a football game. We all have a past that we cannot change, and we don't know what the future will bring. There's something unique about life in the future. Jesus is already there. You can trust him with the plan of your future life. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
Back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. About 11 minutes and 45 seconds before we get back underway here. A&M Consolidated leads the Huntsville Hornets here at Bauer Stadium, 7-6 here at the halftime break. If you are on the web stream, you are getting a good look there at the Hornet Military Marching Band. And joining us here from Northside Baptist Church, our youth pastor there at Northside, Travis Lee here. Travis, obviously, don't correct me if I'm wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we got a couple of our students down there in the band here tonight.
Oh yeah, we do. We got my last count, I think we had 8 band members down there that I'm aware of. I spotted some of them. I talked to all their parents. They're just as excited as the football players, honestly. They work real hard getting ready for this marching. And so, it's real cool.
They're athletes in their own right.
Oh, absolutely.
If you will. Not just the football players out here in the cheerleading squad. That marching band, they put a lot of hard work in the hot sun that has been as of late. So we're very thankful for what they do down there, and they do an incredible job every single time. So, Travis, I kind of want to get your perspective on that first half for the Hornets. You're a sports guy. You and I shoot the breeze quite a bit when it comes to Major League Baseball, but in the high school football ranks, I mean, looking at that first half, what stood out to you?
Man, I think I agreed with y'all's analysis. Right at the beginning, it started off a little choppy. It seemed like some nerves maybe could have been part of it. But I was real impressed with how they buckled down. You would have thought, starting off 7-0, seeing the way it was going, that it could have collapsed real quick. And, man alive, they went a whole quarter and a half without, giving up any ground, honestly. I was just blown away by that because I was buckling in for a shootout, and we are in a defensive battle. I love those. I think those are so much fun.
And a lot of that on that last drive was led by Austin Taylor, who just strutted out of the locker room down here. Another one of our students at Northside Baptist Church. I know the Taylors very well. His sister, Alexis Taylor, I called her softball for 2 years. And Austin, now his second year at the helm. As a quarterback, Brian knows this very well. I mean, you lead that offense out there. Of course, the running back core of Trayshawn Brown and Braylon Phelps has been very good. But Austin Taylor, at the end of the day, he's the guy that's got to lead this squad. I mean, Travis, just to get your perspective on him. I mean, first off, great student athlete in his own right. I mean, just a loving, caring guy. His sister would probably tell me otherwise, but it is what it is. But Austin,
I don't know about that. I think Alexis likes him pretty well.
But Austin, it's going to be paramount for him in the second half to be able to just buckle down, like you said, and just lead this Hornet offense to a victory.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we talk about student athletes and their athletic abilities, and we talk about leadership a lot. But man, that is a high quality. High character young man. He's a teenage boy, don't get me wrong, but as far as a leader is concerned, he has got the intangibles. I see it in our youth group all the time, and he might blush if he ever hears this, but I think the world of Austin, and I constantly talk to him when I get the opportunity to say, hey, listen, what you're doing when you don't have the football in your hand matters just as much as what you're doing when you do.
That's right.
Who you are off the field matters probably more than who you are on the field. So I think Austin's a heck of a kid, and he's a good quarterback. He can throw that ball. He threw some footballs to me at the camp over the summer, and my hands hurt still. So
you know what? I got the same thing, Travis. I've thrown the ball with him a couple times at Bedrock, and when I got home that night, my thumbs. I thought it was arthritis, man.
Hey, if you know a good doctor for that, point him my way, okay?
But, man, he's an incredible student athlete, like you said, and he's going to be paramount here in this second half for the Hornets. Travis, another thing, like I had mentioned, you and I, we shoot the breeze quite a bit on Major League Baseball. You being from the Pacific Northwest, you being a Mariners fan, and me growing up here in the Lone Star State, I'm an Astros fan. I just checked. We lost 4-1 to Detroit tonight, so you guys are in sole possession of second place.
That is what I'm looking for.
Yep. Rangers are down 5-1 right now to Minnesota as we speak, and the Mariners and Royals are about to get underway with their ball game. So, by the end of the night, you guys could be very well tied for the division lead.
If we come away with a division lead with the Mariners and a Hornet football win tonight, I am going to be ecstatic. I won't have any issues this weekend. I promise you that.
And you won't let me hear the end of it on Sunday.
Guaranteed. So. I'll have things printed and we'll put it on the big screen and everything if Bob lets me.
Yeah, if Bob lets you. Shout out to him real quick. I'm sure he's tuning in tonight. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think this is a tandem fault of both the Astros and the Rangers because the Rangers had a huge lead in the division. We were creeping up on them, and now we're gonna let Seattle walk away with the division at this point.
Let's not take anything away from the Mariners. Come on, give them credit where it's due.
Yes.
It was a collapse by the Rangers, that's for sure. But long season, a lot left. So.
Absolutely, as we got about 6.5 minutes left to go before we get back underway here with this ball game. Talking with Travis Lee from Northside Baptist Church. Travis, if people are looking for a church home and they're looking at possibly going to Northside Baptist Church, let them know about our services and everything else we have to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our Bible study, adult Bible study time, and our youth group, and our kids' church time starts at 9:30 on Sunday mornings. And then at 10:50, we have a single service where we have the entire Northside family come together, and we have a children's kids' church during that hour as well. So we got 9:30 for Bible studies, 10:50 for service, and then Wednesday nights we got family meal at 5 o'clock.
That's right.
And then we do youth group WANA for the kids, and then Pastor Reagan gives a message each night at 6:30 on Wednesdays. So Lots going on. And then the best place to go, honestly, to see all that, if you got one of the programs here, there's a QR code for nbchuntsville.com. That's going to be the website to go to. And so that's going to be where you can find anything you need to visit. And Bob worked real hard on that.
Yes, he did.
It's looking real, real cool. So.
I love the new look of the website.
Yep.
So also a group you failed to mention, the group I'm a part of, the College and Young Adults group at Northside. No. We have a great College and Young Adults group led by Micah Skinner, who I'm going to get into this booth here at some point here this season. But it's a great family at Northside Baptist Church. When I moved here 4 years ago, I was looking for a church home, and when I landed at Northside, I haven't left since, because that's just such a great church family that we have there at Northside. Travis, before I let you go, anybody you want to give a big shout out to?
Man, I'll give a shout out, obviously, to Northside staff, Reagan, Bob, Micah. But one thing that we didn't talk about was how much all the youth pastors in the entire town work together. It is really, really neat. It's unique. If you know anything about churches, they typically don't coexist well. But our youth pastors, we get together, we hang out with each other, we love each other, and we are in the schools together, fighting the same fight together. So, you got Kyle Fisher over at Second, BJ McMichaels at University Heights, Drew Long at Dodge, Tim Ramsey over at Fellowship, Chad Lorraine at First. These guys are some of my best friends, co-laborers. I love those guys. So big shout out to them for what they're doing in the schools too. It does not go unnoticed.
Absolutely. Travis Lee from Northside Baptist Church, our youth pastor there. Travis, thanks for hopping on with us here on the Northside Halftime Report. And go enjoy that second half down there. Hopefully it'll end with a Hornet win, and maybe the Mariners will be leading the division by the end of the night.
And Carlos, good vibes. Good vibes. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. We'll step aside and take a break. We'll get Brian's halftime adjustments when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? I was using a wood splitter to split some wood for my fireplace. Vic had been working the lever, and I was placing the rounds of wood in the splitter. We stopped and took a break from the labor. When we were ready to start the process again, the splitter wouldn't start. I pulled on the rope, checked the gas, engaged the choke switch, nothing. I repeated the process until I was frustrated. Then I released the pressure on the hydraulic pump, and it started right away. The engine could not function against the pressure of the pump. I'm so glad that nothing can keep Jesus from functioning in my life. No internal or external pressure can stop my Savior. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out at northside-baptist.org. Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
Welcome back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. We're about 2.5 minutes away here from the resumption of this ball game between A&M Consolidated and the Huntsville Hornets. Again, I want to thank Travis Lee for hopping on with us here at the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report. Brian, briefly here before we get back to play, your halftime adjustments for the Hornets down by 1.
The Hornets just need to kind of capitalize on the momentum they had from the first half. They really offensively and defensively picked it up in the second quarter. Ride that momentum. Eliminate the mistakes the best you can. Make some big plays, and that defense needs to step up and get one more turnover in this ballgame.
The game is 7-6. A&M Consolidated in control right now. They will receive the second half kickoff. The Hornets defense, though, is alive and well here tonight at Bauer Stadium. As we're just past 9 o'clock on a Friday night in Huntsville, Texas, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification, and that will wrap up the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report. Second half action coming your way next here in Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network at 101.7 KSAM.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, 101.7 KSAM Huntsville, and on the KSAM mobile app, Sting 'em Hornets. This has been the Northside Baptist Church Hornets Halftime Report. Stay tuned for more Huntsville High School football on KSAM. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas, having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
It's always game time at Gamers Grove, Huntsville's friendly local game store located at 1212 14th Street. Family owned and operated since 2012, Gamers Grove carries a wide range of tabletop games and accessories for everyone. Board games, card games, miniatures, and more. With a huge game room open for free casual gaming and exciting competitive events, Gamers Grove provides a friendly place where people can play games, make friends, and become a part of an ever-growing community. That's Gamers Grove, located at 1212 14th Street in Huntsville.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
We welcome you back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on 101.7 KSAM and the KSAM mobile app as the Huntsville Hornets and A&M Consolidated Tigers are deadlocked in quite the battle. It is 7-6, A&M Consolidated. The Hornets will get ready to kick this one away on the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff back over to the Tigers as we'll get ready to get 24 more minutes of exciting high school football here in the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods in Huntsville. If we welcome you back inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is the former Hornet quarterback himself, Brian Adams. The Hornets had a lot of momentum going into the locker room, getting that touchdown despite the missed extra point, but now they'll have an opportunity to get that red-hot Hornet defense back out there to try and slow down the likes of Will Hargett and A&M Consolidated. As Joseph Mejia will get ready to tee this one up, and we will get back underway here tonight at Bowers Stadium on the campus of Sam Houston State University.
You know, Carlos, right here to start the second half, it is important this kickoff team gets down the field, makes a good tackle. They do not want to give up a big play to start the second half.
Ellis Myers, one of those back deep to receive this kickoff, brought to you by Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance from Joseph Mejia. It'll go to the other one that was back deep to receive, Keyshawn Thomas. He'll run this one 20-25 before he is tripped up by a couple of Hornets. Jeremiah Winfrey on top of Thomas there. They'll officially mark this one at the 28-yard line, a decent return, and that is where Consolidated will set up shop to begin the second half of play. We'll see what Will Hargett can bring out here for A&M Consolidated. A bit of a sloppy end to that second quarter.
Yeah, you know, Will Hargett in the first quarter, boy, he was deadly accurate with his passing. In the second quarter, not so much. Let's see how he does here in this third quarter.
He'll line up in the pistol here with one back with him. Three receivers, two to the left, one out to the right. He'll send Thomas in motion here to the backfield, lining up in the eye. Thomas will get the pass here from Hargett. Now he'll reverse his field, trying to work this one at the 25 and down to the 30. So he turns what would have been nothing into something. He gets a gain of 3 up inside the hash marks at the 31-yard line to bring up a second down and 7 for A&M Consolidated.
Well, we're going to call Juwan Giddens' name out for the first time tonight. Great play by the linebacker, Giddens, to just give him a couple of yards on that pass play.
He lines up as the far linebacker outside the hash marks at the 35-yard line. Flanked out there, of course, by Shiloh Jones and company as Hargett gets the snap, straight handoff, bounces off of a lineman, trying to spin his way to the right side, trying to reverse field, but is not able to get anywhere. As the Hornets got him on a tackle for loss, there he is, Kadarian Easley. We talked about him in the halftime break, waiting for him to break out, and he makes a big stop there, a big loss on the play to bring him back to the 28 and bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, great play by Kadarian Easley. I mean, this guy looks like he's put on about 30 pounds since last year. He is big, and he is solid and just throwing them around like a rag doll.
I'll bring up 3rd down and 10. 10:45 left to go in this third quarter of play. 7-6, A&M Consolidated with the lead. Hornets trying to keep them back and make him go 3 and out. Hargett will line up here in the pistol. One back with him, trips receivers to the left. Here comes the pressure from the Hornets, a 4-man rush. Hargett throws over the middle, and it is caught at the 45-yard line and into Hornet territory. Down in about the 49, 48-yard line is where they will mark him. A big catch and run for Nicholas Garcia, the junior wideout. And that'll move the sticks for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice route there by Garcia. That's been their bread and butter tonight, those kind of middle down the field passes. They have done really well with that tonight.
First down and 10 for A&M Consolidated in Hornet territory. Hargett drops back on a straight one, looking to throw. Fires this one to the sideline, out of the reach that time of Garcia here on the close sideline. That'll be an incompletion for Hargett. Second down and 10 coming up, stopping the clock at 10:18. That'll bring it up now here on this second down. In the pistol is Hargett. Gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw. Pressure breaking down. He'll step and run. He's talked in the open that he can run. He's across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line before he is forced out of bounds there at the end by number 22, Brent Carroll, the sophomore CB. He gets a gain of 11 on that play. First time we've really seen Hargett run tonight, and that'll bring up another first down for A&M Consolidated.
Yeah, nice run there by Hargett. He's looking downfield trying to find an open receiver. Nobody open. He takes it himself, picks up just enough for the first down.
They'll mark it at the 35-yard line in Hornet territory. On the left hash mark, Hargett originally lines up under center. Now he'll move into the gun. Two receivers spread out to the left. Four-man rush coming for the Hornets. Hargett sends one man in motion. That is Schmeller. He'll throw to the left side. It is down near the turf. Incomplete. Intended receiver, Ellis Myers, the senior wideout. And I'll bring up second down and 10 for the Tigers, stopping the clock at 10:03.
Yep, Consolidated just trying a little quick pass there, try to catch Hornet defense off guard. Incompleted pass. Good job by the Hornet defense.
That front four for the Hornets, flanked out there by Zach Moss, Hezekiah Johnson, Kadarian Easley, and also out there with him right now, the junior D lineman Tyler Smith, as Hargett gets the throw. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll try to run this one again across the 30 and pushed out of bounds short of the line to gain at about the 27-yard line. So back, not really back-to-back plays, but two plays here in this second half by the legs of Hargett have got A&M Consolidated moving, and that's something the Hornets didn't really have to adjust to because it never happened in the first half.
That's right, and Hargett's such good at picking up yards on the run. And you got to remember, man, it is hot down there on that football field. You know those guys are exhausted out there.
As flags fly here, free play here for A&M Consolidated. It falls to the turf, incomplete. Intended receiver there was Ellis Myers, but the play did get to transpire, so this is potentially against Huntsville, and it would be enough for a first down. Wait and get the call here from the White Hat. Offsides on the Hornets. That will prove costly.
Yeah, the whole Hornet D-line's offsides on that one.
That'll be first down and 10 now for A&M Consolidated, knocking on the door of the red zone. Mark it at the 22-yard line on the left hash mark. Trips receivers to the right here for the Tigers. Hargett will move back here, line up in the shotgun with his running back in Cameron Vines. One down to the left is Garcia as a receiver as Hargett gets the snap. Rolling out of the pocket here, rolling to his left, fires this one towards the end zone, and that is incomplete. Intended receiver Cameron Vines. He did make the catch but could not get both feet in bounds.
Well, I tell you what a nice play there by Hargett. He's rolling to his left. His wide receiver sees it. He goes downfield, just can't keep him in bounds.
Another incomplete pass on first down. That'll bring up another second down and long here for A&M Consolidated. Again, leading 7-6. Clock stopped. 9 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in this third quarter of play. Play clock down to 10 here for the Tigers as Hargett lines in the pistol. Two receivers spread out to each side for a four-wide out set. Here comes the blitz off the left side by Giddens. It falls to the turf incomplete. Looking the way of Nicholas Garcia. As man, oh man, the quarterback Hargett took a little bit of a shot there from Jawan Giddens, bringing that pressure on the linebacker blitz.
Yeah, he sure did. Giddens comes in there untouched, lays out Hargett. Man, I was kind of concerned there for a second. That would be there'd be a flag come out on that one.
One did not. So after the back-to-back incompletions, brings up third down and 10 for A&M Consolidated. 9:37 left to go here in this third quarter. Got a front four here for the Hornet D-line as they'll shift more to the right side with a linebacker core. And in motion is Schmeller. Hargett gets the snap, looking to throw, stepping up in the pocket, flushed out, fires it to a wide-open receiver at the 15-yard line and out of bounds near the 10. Let's see where they mark him. Right at the line to gain, 1 yard past the line of gain. Making that catch there for the Tigers, Cameron Vines coming out of the backfield, and that will bring up first down and goal to go for A&M Consolidated.
Yeah, Hornets need to put a little bit more pressure on Hargett. I mean, he's just kind of eating them up. there's no containment there on Hargett whatsoever.
They're getting a lot of pressure on the interior, but nothing on the outside once that entire DU line collapses. In the pistol is Hargett, and he got the Hornets to jump. Another free play coming up here for A&M Consolidated. It falls to the turf incomplete. Looking was Hargett to Ellis Myers, but that entire front four for the Hornets jumped on that one right there.
You know, again, you can talk about it all day long. I mean, it is the first game of the season, but, I mean, the ball is right there in front of you, and you shouldn't be jumping off sides till you see the ball move, and that's something the Hornets will work on.
So after the offsides penalty, that'll bring up first and goal at the 5 now for A&M Consolidated. Again, the Hornets have got it within 1 after that touchdown at the end, but the missed and blocked extra point have got them down by 1. Hargett in the pistol. Oh, my goodness, the Hornets jump off sides again. Free play to the end zone. It's incomplete, but it's not going to matter. They'll go half the distance to the goal to bring up another first and goal at the 2.5.
Yeah, the Hornet defense, they got to do a better job. I mean, that's 3 in a row.
What the Hornets needed right there, that laundry on the field brought to you by A&D Propane. But now after back-to-back incompletions, if you didn't jump off sides, you got 3rd and goal at the 10. Instead, it's 1st and goal at the 2.5. Much shorter field to work here for Hargett. Hargett gets the snap, looking to throw, has pressure, fires to the back of the end zone. Good adjustment out there in the back of the end zone by Peyton Bjork, but it does fall incomplete. Stopping the clock at 9 minutes and 8 seconds left in this third quarter, and they'll bring up 2nd and goal. That's a good coverage back there from Claudio Alvarenga and Cole Schroeder.
Yeah, I think they may be looking at Big 15 Cameron Vines to take the ball maybe up the middle.
We'll see what they decide to do here. Lining up as the H-back Colton Schmeller, so looks like a run formation here for A&M Consolidated as Hargett in the pistol, gets the snap. They hand it off to the big guy. No, he keeps it himself, does the quarterback, Will Hargett, and he rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M Consolidated, and now a Hornet player is slow to get up at the conclusion of that play, McCorrick Norman.
Well, you got to give A&M Consolidated credit. They took advantage of Hornet penalties. And, again, we talked about in the pregame show, those fakes that quarterbacks do, if they do them well and carry them out, it freezes the linebackers, just like you saw, and Hargett was able to take the ball, just go in untouched.
Again, the Hornet that was slow to get up after that play was linebacker McCorrick Norman. He will come off the field here, mostly under his own power, which that's good to see. Hopefully get him back into the ball game at some point. So with that, Trayvon Johnson checks back into the ball game. Actually checks in for the first time tonight for this point after try from Colton Schmeller. It's 13-6, A&M Consolidated. 9 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Lots of time for the Hornets, but A&M Consolidated does take advantage of receiving the second half kickoff and now have an opportunity to try and stretch this out to an 8-point lead. You alluded to that earlier, Brian. That missed extra point for the Hornets means they're going to have to go for 2 at some point here down the stretch.
Absolutely, and that's why it's so critical. These extra points, they're only worth 1 point, but those 1 points, man, they are huge.
Point after try here for Colton Schmeller. The Hornets will try to bring some pressure here to try and even things back up at a 7-point game. And now they give the whistle, ready to go. Snap will go away in a moment. There it is. The hold is good, and the kick by Schmeller splits the uprights and is good. 14-6, A&M Consolidated with 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Hornet offense will look to respond when we return in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network and 101.7 KSAM.
Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
Welcome back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. 14-6, A&M Consolidated has the lead over the Huntsville Hornets here on 101.7 KSAM, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is Brian Adams. Want to remind you can enjoy tonight's broadcast on the KSAM mobile app, available on all iOS and Android devices, in the car, at home, or even right here at the ballgame. It does not matter. Take your hometown radio station and the Huntsville Hornets on the go wherever you go. Colton Schmeller will get ready to boot this one back to the Huntsville Hornets. Down 14-6 are Huntsville. Schmeller will boot this one away in just a few moments. The Hornets offense getting ready to trot back out there. Likely to see Austin Taylor for his first drive of the second half. Kick away here by Schmeller, a booming kick, and that'll sail out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll go to our third member of our crew, Kendall Morris, down on the sidelines for us. Kendall, what do the Hornets need to do to respond right here down by 8?
They just need to make the adjustments that the coaches are going to do. We got JT, great job down here, just making sure he's keeping track of the offensive line. I'm not sure if he's the captain, but pretty good job.
Thank you, Kendall, down there on the sidelines for us. So it won't be Austin Taylor to open this first drive for the Hornets. They'll go back to the sophomore QB, Marcus Lewis. He lines up here under center with Brown, the running back behind him, trips receivers to the right to give him some protection. They hand it off to Brown, striding this one ahead to the 30 and down to the 31-yard line. A nice, healthy run there by Trayshawn Brown. As the old adage goes, the run should open up the pass. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Hornets.
Yeah, Trayshawn Brown is so much fun to watch run. I mean, he's very patient. He lets the blockers do what they need to do to open up the holes. And then as soon as he sees that opening, man, he shoots right through there. Great running back, especially being a sophomore.
8.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Lewis now lines up in the shotgun, sends one man in motion. Peyton Pryor fakes to give to him. Misdirection goes to Brown, trying to stretch forward. And forward progress only gets him to the 30-yard line, so it's a loss of 1 on the play. Well-read defense there from A&M Consolidated. Again, Michael Clark getting in on that stop there for A&M Consolidated. He has been someone we have been looking at all night long. And he's making another big stop there on the Hornets to bring up 3rd down. Here's Lewis. He'll now line up with Brown to the left side of him. Trips receivers to the right on 3rd down and 5. Claps once, claps twice, gets the snap, hands it off to Brown. Running straight ahead, across the 35, and down near the 39-yard line. Another great run by Trayshawn Brown. It'll move the sticks for a Mocha attorneys at law. 1st down at the 39.
Nice run by Brown over on the right side. Comes off the tackle, picks up the 1st down. Great job there by that Hornet O-line to give him some running room.
He checks out of the ball game here. He'll get some hydration there on the sideline, as it is still pretty warm out there here at Bauer Stadium. Braylon Phelps now the running back. As Lewis lines up under center, trips receivers to the right, he hands it off to Phelps. Trying to run straight ahead, bounces off one man across the 45. Spins around the defender around the 50-yard line, and that is where they will mark him right there at midfield. An 11-yard run by Braylon Phelps to move the sticks for another Mocha attorneys at law. 1st down.
This right here, Carlos, is where I'd love to see them air it out. Right here, you got 1st down, you're on the 50. Change the momentum right away.
They're going to go to the hurry-up offense here against to try and catch the Tigers off balance. Lewis is going to be forced here to just run this one straight ahead after a botched snap. He'll lose a yard on that play, and that'll hurt a little bit of the momentum that the Hornets had right there. But again, that's that miscommunication there on that offensive line, getting that snap to the quarterback cleanly if you are Brian Parker Jr.
Yeah, and remember that you got a sophomore quarterback back there, and this is the first game of the season. So, yeah, there's going to be some miscues, but, man, they've got to limit them the best they can.
Clock moving, 6:45 left to go here in the third quarter. 14-6, A&M Consolidated with the lead. 3 receivers here at the leisure of Marcus Lewis. Phelps will motion here to the right side of him as he'll line up in the shotgun, does Marcus Lewis. 4-man rush, they show blitz, does the Tigers. They're from the linebacker core. Lewis gets the snap. They do bring some pressure. He'll drop back looking to throw. Lewis throws into the flat, and it's off the hands of his receiver. Looking to go to the tight end, Jarius Singletary. It falls incomplete. 3rd and long coming up.
Yeah, you got to bring those in. I mean, anytime the ball hits you in the hands like that, you got to catch it. And, you know, it's part of it.
He had a little bit of real estate in front of him to try and get some positive yardage, so we'll have to wait and see what the Hornets decide to do here. They originally went to Seth Johnson at tight end, but they now check in Brian Redd, the senior tight end, here for this 3rd down and 11. Clock at 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Ball at the Hornets' 49-yard line. Lewis in the shotgun. Claps, gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw. Fires this one to Conte. Caught at the 35-yard line and out of bounds at the 31. That is a beautiful gain of 20 yards and another Mocha attorneys at law 1st down.
Nice throw by Marcus Lewis. I mean, you know, you got 3rd and 10. Your back is kind of against the wall. He rolls out to his right, throws a perfect pass right in the numbers. First down, Hornets.
First down at the 33 is where they officially mark him. As there's the snap handoff. Running this one, Brown across the 30. Pile still moving. Brown still going. Look at that big gutsy run by Trayshawn Brown. Nearing that Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone at the 26-yard line. A healthy gain of 7.
Man, I love that. That second, third, and fourth effort. Great run there by Trayshawn Brown.
Lewis will line up under center here. Brown behind him. So making a couple of more adjustments here on the offensive side. Lewis gets the snap and hands it to Brown, but he is stopped behind the current line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 for Trayshawn Brown. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4, a critical one for Huntsville.
No doubt about it, Carlos. You nailed it. It's critical right here. They convert. Big town right here.
Michael Clark also in on the tackle for the Tigers.
Lewis getting the signals here from the sideline. He'll spread Melton Green the third and Peyton Pryor out to the left side. Pryor, the one in the slot. One-on-one down here. If you're watching on the bottom of your screen, Savion Conte. He'll motion Brown out of the backfield. Will Lewis on 3rd down and 4. 8 on the play clock. Lewis alone in that backfield. Hard snap. Now he gets the snap. Looking to throw. Fires this one. Caught. Peyton Pryor at the 20-yard line and inside that Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. And another Mocha Attorneys at Law. First down for the Hornets down to the 15.
Nice catch by Peyton Pryor. They convert on 3rd down, and when he caught that football, he turned it upfield immediately. Great run after the catch.
Hornets back into a hurry-up mode here. 4:46, 14-6 in favor of A&M Consolidated. Running this one, Brown lost the football. And the ball is still free, but I think a Hornet, luckily, landed on that one. Big 5-0 landing on that one. Trey Williams, the right tackle.
Man alive. Got to hang on to the football. That's a couple of times tonight. Ball has been stripped out on the run.
And that sophomore running back, he'll come off the field for the time being. That'll turn it over to Braylon Phelps. It's only a loss of 1 on the play, so not all hope is lost. They're inside the red zone at the 16. Marcus Lewis doing a good job moving this ball down the field very methodically and also taking time off the clock for A&M Consolidated. As we're in the 3rd quarter, if you're just joining us, 4 minutes left to go, 14-6 A&M Consolidated. Lewis in the shotgun, claps, gets the snap on 2nd down and 11. Rolling to his left, looking to throw, now he'll take off and run. Steps off one man, he's still going, 5, touchdown! Diving into the end zone, Marcus Lewis, a 16-yard scramble and run, and the Hornets tack on 6 more on that MRC Creekside touchdown.
What a great play there around the left side. He's going to throw the ball, pulls it down, takes it in himself. Man alive, Hornet football. Gotta love it.
Cut it back against one defender, and now the Hornets will go for 2. Down by 2 with 3:45 left to go. It's going to be critical here if Huntsville can get this touchdown. Or not, they got the touchdown, or to get this 2-point try to tie this game up.
Big conversion right here.
We'll see what Rodney Southern has in his bag of plays here. Try and convert this 2-point try. He's got Peyton Pryor and Savion Conte and Melton Green as the receivers. Does Lewis. Braylon Phelps in the backfield. Sends Pryor in motion from left to right across your radio dial. Pryor. Lewis lost the football. He'll try to recover here. He'll just throw up a prayer looking for somebody. It falls incomplete. Looking for Peyton Pryor. But Lewis, when he was trying to bring the ball back to him, just lost the handle of the football. So the Hornets do fail on the 2-point try, but they have got it back within 2 to turn it over to the Hornet defense. As we step aside and take a break with 3:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter, you're listening to Huntsville Hornet Football, 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
One of your neighbors just lowered their utility bill? At McGilvery Mechanical, we are experts in providing heating and cooling services on all makes and models. When it comes to replacement, we will help you select the best heating and cooling system for your budget. We will analyze your home to ensure that the right size system is selected for optimum comfort. Let our technicians discuss possibilities to lower your utility bill and save you money. Call McGilvery Mechanical and ask us how to save up to 40% on your utility bill. That's McGilvery Mechanical at 936-291-2640. At McGilvery Mechanical, we care about your comfort.
I'm senior offensive lineman JT Crow. You're listening to 101.7 KSAM, home of the Huntsville Hornets. Stay on.
3:45 left to go in this third quarter of play at Bowers Stadium in Huntsville, Texas. A&M Consolidated and Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. It's 14-12 in favor of the Tigers from right out of College Station. The Huntsville Hornets, the home team tonight, putting some pressure back on them, and now it'll be up to the Hornet defense to try and slow them down as we get ready for the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff by Joseph Mejia. He'll boot it here to A&M Consolidated. They have two back deep to receive this kick as Mejia right on the leather boots this one. Oh, that's going to go right out of bounds. And A&M Consolidated will take it out to the 40. So, man, he kind of just hooked that one there off the left side of his right foot. So not a great kickoff there from Joseph Mejia. He'll get a talk from his special teams coordinator down there on the sideline. But A&M Consolidated, we'll see if they decide to just take it where they're either going to take it to the 35 or the 40, or will they re-kick?
You know, it looked like Mejia's approach to the ball just looked awkward. I mean, I don't know what it was.
So we still got a pause of play here, and we'll see what they decide to do. They'll just take it right there at the 40-yard line. Will A&M Consolidated? No, they have elected to re-kick. It looks like, as I do not see quarterback out there. Man, we got a lot of confusion out here. Right now, it's going to back the kick up, obviously. So they've decided to try this one again, see if they can get some more positive yardage out of it other than taking at the 40. I mean, that's always an interesting dynamic there. Do you take it where the kickoff was, or you try and get more positive yardage the other way?
Well, it works both ways. You know, kickoff team can get down there and make a good stop. It's kind of rolling the dice here.
So it backs up the Hornets to the 35-yard line. Mejia will line it up here towards the right hash. Hornets moving left to right. A&M Consolidated moving right to left. And Mejia's going to have to put the ball back on the tee. Obviously, I don't think the wind knocked that one over. He just inadvertently knocked it over. Now he'll reset for another try at the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff. He'll go through his progressions. Two back deep to receive this one for the Tigers. Mejia trying to make up for the last one. This one, a little bit of a better one to the right side, but it sails out of bounds on the right side. A little bit closer inside the field, but you try it twice, and it goes out of bounds both directions. So now what do you do if you're A&M Consolidated? Do you try third time's the charm, or you bring your offense back out there? I think you go third time's the charm because you're going to back them up another 5.
No. Third time is a charm, and maybe we'll go down the center of the field with this one.
So Mejia, he's gone left, he's gone right. Got to get him to go straight here. Just straight down the field. Maybe even kick it high. Let your defenders get down there.
Well, it's putting the pressure on the kickoff team here because now, I mean, you're just, like you said, they're lined up on the 25, the 20. They're going to catch it with momentum around the 30, and, a lot of pressure on the kickoff team. They have to stay in their lanes. They're taught to run in their lanes all the way down the field, so there's no way there's a big play the offense can have.
So let's try a Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff for a third time. Mejia got to keep it straight. He kicks this one dead straight and back deep to receive this one. Bobbled for a moment there by Keyshawn Thomas. He does take it and tripped up at the 28-yard line. So after all that,
Keyshawn Thomas on the
it worked out.
It did work out. It worked out really well for the Hornets and not so well for Consolidated. But, again, what a big break there for the Hornets.
So Thomas stopped at the 28-yard line, and that is where Will Hargett and company will come back out to try and lead A&M Consolidated, leading 14-12, 3:38 left to go on the game clock in this third quarter of play. Glad to have you with us tonight, wherever you may be. If you're a Consolidated fan tuning in from College Station, or if you're right here in Huntsville as a Hornet fan, we are glad you are joining us. 353 strong on the web stream. Hargett gets the snap on first down, drops back on a screen, finds his guy, Roderick Taylor. Running this one ahead, a flag flies in from the umpire, and still on his feet is Roderick Taylor, 45-50 and into Hornet territory. But let's check the laundry on the field here.
Roderick Taylor with the pass reception.
Brought to you by A&D Propane. Let's see who this goes against. If it goes against Consolidated, that is going to be huge for Huntsville. And they're bringing everyone back here. So we'll wait and see. And this one's going to go against Huntsville.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's a personal foul here. Chop block against the Hornets. So a big gain for Roderick Taylor after the catch.
Against the Hornets is the call.
And that'll push them well into Hornet territory after that 15-yard penalty, down to the Hornet 33-yard line. So not only is that a net gain of about 24 yards through the air, tack on 15 more. First down and 10 for A&M Consolidated at the 33 of Huntsville. And the Hornets jump off sides yet again. I didn't see any flags come out. The throw is to the right side, and it is indeed caught by Peyton Bjork. No flag on the play, but either way, it's a first down for A&M Consolidated inside the red zone, a gain of 15.
Boy, Bjork is having a heck of a night tonight catching the ball for Consolidated. Nice little deep out route. Hits him right on the sidelines. Man, you can hardly defend that.
So Hargett, he'll line up in the shotgun here. Trips receivers to the left. Front four for the Hornets. Got to remain cognizant there of the ball. Here comes the blitz off the right side. Throwing this one into the flat to Bjork is Hargett. Bjork cutting this one back inside the 10, and he's forced out of bounds by Jeremiah Winfrey. But it is going to be first and goal to go for A&M Consolidated after another healthy run there after the catch by Peyton Bjork, a gain of 11.
Well, that's been the whole offense for A&M Consolidated tonight is their passing game. That's where they're eating the Hornets up, is in the secondary.
Here we go, hurry up offense here for A&M Consolidated. Hornets don't jump that time on the hard count snap. Hargett looks to his sideline here and head coach in his first year, Brandon Schmidt. He'll adjust the play here with 9 on the play clock, 3:06 left on the game clock, 14-12 A&M Consolidated in the lead. Hargett in the shotgun, claps, looks to throw, looking to the left side. Now he's forced to roll out. A lot of real estate in front of him. Fires to the end zone, picked off in the end zone by Brent Carroll, and he'll return this one out to the 12-yard line. Beautiful catch there by the sophomore cornerback in the end zone.
Got a flag down on the far side of the field.
We do have a flag over there, so let's check it. Hold on a second, folks. Do have a flag down. Oh, man, I hope this isn't against Huntsville. Referees are talking this one over inside the hash marks at the 10-yard line. Again, an ill-advised pass by Will Hargett. Both offense and defenses out there for A&M Consolidated right now to just talk this flag over. We're going to wait and see the call here from the White Hat. Or, well, we're going to even maybe even wait a little bit longer. But I'm seeing it is going to be Hornet football. So I guess they picked up the flag, Brian. Well, it's a penalty against Huntsville, it looks like here from the official judgment.
After the fact.
After the interception.
Personal foul against the Hornets is the call after the interception.
There it is, there from public address announcer Tony Kulak. So, with 2:53 left to go here in the third quarter of play, Marcus Lewis and company are going to have their backs against the wall here at the 2-yard line after that penalty, a personal foul penalty on the Hornets. Well, they got to find a way to get it out of this bind that they are in right now. They'll hand it off to Brown, running this one straight ahead, but he is met instantly at the line of scrimmage by Heath Hammer, who did drop the hammer on Brown.
Well, you know what? We talked about it a while ago and couldn't have come at a better time. The Hornet defense needed a turnover, and they got it in the end zone to give the Hornets the ball. And, man, their back's against the wall now. What are they, on the 3-yard line?
Yep, 3-yard line. Only a gain of 1 that time by Brown. 2:25 left to go in this third quarter. It's 14-12. A&M Consolidated with the lead. A very slim one at that as Lewis gets the snap. Handed off again to Brown. Cutting this one back, but forward progress is going to give him the 4-yard line. So back-to-back 1-yard gains for Trayshawn Brown. Will bring up third down and 8. So now if you're the Hornets, you switch Savion Conte back into the ball game. You might try to just air this one out, maybe a 10-yard out route to try and get the line to gain and give yourself some less pressure there against you as you're in your own end zone.
Yeah, they need to maybe roll Lewis out, something like that, kind of get him on the roll. Run pass option here.
So 3rd down and 8 from the 4. Minute 40 left to go in the 3rd. Lewis claps, gets the snap. He will roll to his right, looking to throw. He'll just take off and run it himself. But he runs out of bounds at the 9-yard line, short of the line to gain. Oh, man, I'm curious what Rodney Southern to do here. The obvious choice, punt this one away.
Oh, you got to punt it away. But you know what? Nice job there by the Hornet offense to give the punters a little bit of breathing room. But I tell you, you got a sophomore quarterback. Got to know you're down in distance, because I think if he'd have cut up field, he probably would have picked that first down up.
Obviously, you want to protect yourself out there if you are Marcus Lewis, but got to know where you're at in your field. Like you said, Brian, they needed the line to gain to be the 12. They did not get there. So Joseph Mejia back to punt this one away. Back deep to receive this one, Trace Meadows. Snap away. The punt is away by Mejia. Booming, spiraling punt. Fair catch is called for by Meadows at the 41-yard line. So a short field of work for A&M Consolidated, but the Hornets will be able to have to try and get some defense going here. Down by 2 with 1:24 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Brian, let's thank more of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible.
Absolutely, Carlos. Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties is your one-stop shop for business promotional needs in Huntsville. Murray Insurance and Financial Services, an agency you can trust in University Heights Baptist Church, cultivating people who make Jesus known through the lives we live and the conversations we have.
So here comes Will Hargett, who just threw the interception to Brent Carroll, and now he's got another opportunity. So do the Hornet defense on 1st down. He'll hand it off, running this one straight ahead across the 40, and down to about the 35-yard line goes the junior running back Cameron Vines. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 4 for A&M Consolidated after the gain of 6.
For the Tigers, he makes his way out to the 35-yard line. Tackle made by number 10.
We haven't seen much out of the starting running back tonight, Keyshawn Thomas. He's actually spread out as a receiver here on this play, as Vines will check out. Roderick Taylor will check back in. Again, Consolidated leading 14-12 against your Hornets. About 50 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. Hargett gets the snap. Good pressure up the middle by the Hornets as he'll hand this one off to his running back who just checked in, Roderick Taylor. And he is marked just short. Nope, now they mark him right at the line to gain at the 31-yard line, says the far line judge. And that will bring up another 1st down and 10 to go for the Tigers. Clock moving here inside 40 seconds before we get to the 4th and final quarter of play here tonight at Bauer Stadium. This Hornet crowd, a very strong one at that, but the student section right there below us in all their camo. A&M Consolidated's also brought a good crowd from College Station across from us. 25 seconds left, 1st down and 10 at the 31 of the Hornets. As Hargett gets the snap, hands this one off, and he is swallowed up immediately behind the line of scrimmage, making that big tackle there, big 99. Fred Oladelli.
Another sophomore. I got a lot of sophomores on this Hornet unit tonight.
And with a loss of 4 on the play, back to the 35. That concludes the 3rd quarter of play. 12 more minutes left to go here tonight in Huntsville, Texas. And we've got a doozy of a game on opening night. 14-12. A&M Consolidated with the lead. The teams will switch sides, and the 4th quarter will begin after this break here on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
It's that time you've been waiting for. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville. And just in time for the kids to go back to school, we're having our huge summer sell-down event. You've been waiting for the discounts on the trucks, and it's time. We have rates as low as 1.9% APR on full-size trucks and rebates up to $3,750 for qualified buyers. Don't miss out on this opportunity to save thousands upon thousands of dollars on your new Chevy pickup. Hurry down to Wiesner of Huntsville and take advantage of the summer sell-down event, or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, CFI 215. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656, MMLS number 141654. Not available in North Carolina.
KSAM, your home for Hornets football. Presented by Bill Vick Ford.
Back here inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is Brian Adams, the former Hornet quarterback. One more quarter to go here tonight at Bowers Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Second down and 14 at the 35-yard line of the Hornets for A&M Consolidated. Hargett lines up in the pistol. He gets the snap, hands it off straight ahead. And he's swallowed up again by Fred Oladelli. Roderick Taylor with nowhere to run, and the big 99 makes another huge stop.
Boy, 99 is everywhere, isn't he? My goodness, he just pushing A&M Consolidated back the other direction. You got to love it.
They've run it back-to-back plays, one to end the third and one to start the fourth. And big 99, Fred Oladelli, which that number has a lot of prestige here in Huntsville. Big Ed Bobino wore it. Jadarius Smith has worn it the last couple of years. Now Oladelli bringing some honor to that number. On a loss of 2, it's third down and 16 for Consolidated. Hargett gets the snap. He drops back, looking to throw this one deep. He'll roll here to his right, looking to fire this one downfield, well out of the reach of his intended receiver in Peyton Bjork. It falls incomplete, and it looks like Consolidated will be forced to punt this one back to Huntsville.
Nice job, Hornet defense, keeping them out of the end zone, keeping you in the game. Great job by 99.
Love to see that there from the young sophomore as he will come off the field and get some much-needed rest and let the rest of his team, actually he'll stay out there on the field for this punt by Colton Schmeller and Cole Schroeder. He is back deep to receive it. 11:16 left to go. With 5 on the play clock, Schmeller waiting to get this one away, trying to avoid the delay of game penalty. They get it away with 1. Schmeller, right toe to leather, punts this one to the right side, and it will go and take a Hornet bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, I tell you what, that was close. That 30-second clock looked like it had run out.
Very close. It would have backed them up 5 and gave Schroeder a little bit more time to run it back, but it works out for the Hornets. And here comes Austin Taylor for this first drive of the fourth quarter with 11:06 left to go in this ball game. His team down by 2. A missed extra point earlier and a failed 2-point conversion as well. A touchdown gives the Hornets the lead, but they would have to go to 2 to try and get some pressure on A&M Consolidated. First down and 10 at the 20. Taylor gets the snap, fakes the give, rolling around in the pocket. Now forced to tuck it and run at the 25-yard line, and he will run out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So Austin Taylor turns something into nothing, and he turns it into a 9-yard gain to bring up second and short.
Great play by Austin Taylor. He drops back. Nobody's open, rolls out of trouble, takes it himself, picks up a nice gain.
Stops the clock at 10 minutes and 57 seconds. A lot of games still to be played here tonight at Bowers Stadium in Huntsville, Texas. Trips receivers to the left here for the Hornets. Taylor will line up in the shotgun. 4-man rush, showing some blitz here is A&M Consolidated. Taylor, the junior, fakes the give. No, gives it to Brown. Across the 30 and down to the 33. Give him the 34-yard line for the young sophomore running back. That'll move the sticks on a 5-yard gain, and another Mocha Attorneys at Law first down.
Another great job by that big O-line for the Huntsville Hornets, giving him an opportunity to pick up that first down. Great job by the O-line.
14-12 your score. A&M Consolidated with the lead here in the fourth. They've led the entire way. The Hornets have gotten it down to within 1, but they have not held the lead here tonight. Taylor in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Conte one-on-one down there at the bottom of your screen if you're watching this one tonight. Taylor goes Conte's way on a simple out route, but it falls incomplete. In coverage there was DJ Darnell for A&M Consolidated, but it just went through Conte's hands, and they'll bring up second down.
Yeah, just a simple little 7 to 10 yard out route and just right through his hands.
So the drive stalls for the moment. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Hornets. Kendall Morris down there on the sidelines for us. We'll go to her here in just a few moments when we can get the opportunity. Taylor lines up under center on second down. Toss play to the left. Trayshawn Brown across the 35. Hit and brought down at the 38-yard line. That is a gain of 4 on the play and brings up a very, very critical third down for the Hornets. Michael Clark again on the stop.
Yeah, it's important the Hornets convert this third down right here. I mean, you got 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in the ball game. They have got to convert because time is going to start not being a friend.
Braylon Phelps checks into the ball game here in place of Trayshawn Brown. Milton Green, Savion Conte, and Peyton Pryor, the receivers spread out in a triple package to the right. Third down and 6 for the Hornets at the 38. Taylor in the shotgun, gets the snap, looking to throw, fires it back to Jarius Singletary, slips the initial tackler across the 40. He's going to be just short of the line to gain at the 43-yard line is where they get him. A nice grab there by Jerry.
They gave it to him.
They gave it to him? Wow, he looked short. But they give him the 44, which was the line to gain. We'll take it.
We will take it.
And it's a Mocha Attorneys at Law first down for the Hornets.
Nice screen pass over here to the left side. Very good patience there by Austin Taylor. Dumps it over the defender. Picks up the first down. Big play.
Big play for the Hornets, like you said, brother. First down and 10 at the 44. Play clock down to 7 here for the Hornets. Taylor motions the running back Phelps out of the backfield. Gets the snap with 1 on the play clock. Fires to Conte, and Conte hangs on to it. Wow. And he took a shot there from the DP of A&M Consolidated, DJ Darnell, but he corrals it for what is ultimately a 2-yard gain, but almost a dangerous interception.
Yeah, it was. Man, that was close. We got both of them, the receiver and the defender had their hands on the ball. Ooh, that was close.
8:45 and counting left to go in this fourth quarter. 14-12, A&M Consolidated with the lead. Taylor lines up in the shotgun. Far receiver is Hunter Lorenz. We haven't seen him make a catch here tonight. He's got hands of glue out there. Taylor will roll to the right, looking to throw. He throws into the flat to Braylon Phelps, tries to cut it back, but he is stopped after a gain of about 1, making that big stop down there, trying to see the number, big 9. Trace Meadows was the one that made the stop, and he comes off limping to the sideline, but it does bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets.
Well, again, Carlos, another really critical down here for the Hornets. They need to convert right here. Again, 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in the ball game. This is crucial. They convert.
That big O-line's got to give time for Austin Taylor and company to make something happen. They're kind of in that no man's land, and with where the game's at right now, you got to think 4-down territory with 7:50 left. Brown motioned out of the backfield. And they're going to blow this one dead because Brown left early. It's going to be a false start on Huntsville. So laundry on the field brought to you by A&D Propane. That is a false start against Huntsville. So instead of 3rd and 7, you now go to 3rd and 12. Back in your own territory at about the 42-yard line.
Boy, that's a critical mistake there by the Hornets. Man alive.
Well, you aired it out once on this drive and were able to convert a first down on about an 8-yard gain by Jarius Singletary. Let's see what head coach Rodney Southern and offensive coordinator Scott Schroeder have here. 3rd down and 12 at the 42. Hornets moving right to left across your radio dial. They motion Brown out of the backfield once again. Taylor alone back there. Offensive line's got to give him time to get this one off. Taylor has the trouble, fires this one up, looking to go to his receiver, and it's intercepted back at the 28-yard line, looking to go to Savion Conte, and making the interception is Aiden Berryman, the senior DB.
Well, that's unfortunate. Austin Taylor's rolling to his right. He's got a defender in his face, and he throws off his back foot. Never going to be anything good come from that.
7.5 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter of play. A&M Consolidated with the lead, 14-12, and now that Hornet defense is going to have to clamp down once again if they want to give their offense one more opportunity, because another score for A&M Consolidated, with it being a touchdown and a PAT, that would make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, the Hornets are going to get a big, heavy dose of the running game from Consolidated, I'm afraid, on this drive here. Somehow, some way, the Hornets got to get a turnover.
Well, Big 99 made a bunch of stops on the run last time, so you got to wonder if he can make some plays once again. I see him there lined up as one of the interior linemen. Argett gets the snap on first down. Hands this one off, running this one left side. A lot of real estate here. 50, 45, 40, 35. Take it to the house, sir. Touchdown, A&M Consolidated. Cameron Vines takes it 73 yards on the house call.
Cameron Vines on the carry.
Well, great run by A&M Consolidated. I mean, just takes the snap over the left side, runs the distance of the field untouched.
That makes it an 8-point ball game. Point after try coming up here from Colton Schmeller. Try and make this a 2-possession game. It's currently 1 possession with it being 8. But Schmeller has been perfect tonight on his PAT tries. He is 2 for 2.
There is one positive note. They didn't burn off any time on that play, so that's a good thing for the Hornets.
Absolutely great thing for the Hornets. So Schmeller will boot this one. Tyler Poling is the holder. Snap away for Consolidated, a high snap. The kick by Schmeller, though, splits the uprights and is good. 21-12, A&M Consolidated here on opening night in Huntsville. But like you said, Brian, still some time for the Hornets. If they can get a quick score and get another stop, they can get themselves into the ball game here, down by 9 with time not on their side. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Be back shortly on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Did you know a doctor's prescription is not needed to begin physical therapy? This allows you to begin therapy sooner without having to wait for a doctor's appointment to obtain your prescription. Since optimal physical therapy outcomes are obtained when treatment is started earlier, sooner really is better. Dallas Williams and the team at Physical Therapy Associates was voted Best Physical Therapist in the Huntsville Island's Reader's Choice Awards for the 6th year in a row. So when you make your PT choice, choose the best. Physical Therapy Associates, PTAclinic.com.
We welcome you back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is the former Hornet quarterback, Brian Adams. With 7:21 left to go here in this fourth quarter, it is 21-12. A&M Consolidated, after a 73-yard touchdown run for Cameron Vines, has got A&M Consolidated in a very good spot to win on opening night, but the Hornets still have some time to make something happen, whether it be Austin Taylor or Marcus Lewis at the quarterback helm. That is yet to be determined. Colton Schmeller back to punt this one to the Hornets. Braylon Phelps, Melton Green III, back deep to receive.
I think the Hornets are going to get an opportunity to return this ball.
With the wind in the face of Schmeller, this is booted here, and Phelps will let that one take a bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and the Hornets will take over at the 25, and here comes Marcus Lewis.
Well, here's what's important for the Hornets, Carlos, is, the time is not on their side. They have got to move those chains, and they've got to play clean football. That is key to Hornets getting in that end zone and getting another opportunity to get that ball back.
So we'll see what the sophomore QB can do here with 7:21 left to go in the fourth. Tigers leading 21-12 over your Hornets. Lewis, he'll line up under center here. Trayshawn Brown is the running back. One tight end set here as well with 3 receivers. Lewis on first down at the 25. They hand it off to Brown. Brown stiffs one man, hurdles over a guy, and down to the 34-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him just shy at the 33, so a gain there for Trayshawn Brown. If he stayed on his feet, he was off to the races, but still a great gain for the Hornets on first down.
Second down.
Hornets need to pick up the pace of play, man. Time is of the essence.
Here's Marcus Lewis. Lines up in the shotgun here. 3 receivers at his leisure. Conte, the close one here on the close sideline. Lewis gets the snap. He'll look to throw. Lewis in trouble, and he is sacked. Back to the 25-yard line, making that big sack there. Number 13, Heath Hammer. That's going to cost the Hornets a lot of yardage back near the original line of scrimmage. They mark him at the 25, so a loss of 8, and they'll bring up third down and 10.
Oh, that was a strange play right there. It just kind of looked like Lewis just was unsure and just kind of ducked under and just got swallowed up. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
So third down and 10 out of the shotgun is Marcus Lewis. Same formation, 3 receivers. He'll motion Brown out of the backfield. Now a 4 wideout set. Lewis, with 6:20 left to go, he gets the snap. He'll take off and run, running this one straight ahead, trying to push forward, and the ball popped free there at the end, and it's into the hands of A&M Consolidated.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Trace.
Well, you got to hang on to the football. It doesn't matter if you're a wide receiver, quarterback, running back, kick returner, whatever it is, you got to have your arms wrapped around that football.
6:11 left to go on the game clock here in the fourth quarter. Time definitely not on the side of the Hornets now, and a short field of work for A&M Consolidated. They have it at the Hornets' 27-yard line, leading 21-12. And you got to think, Brian, if you get in for 6 here, if you're Consolidated, that might put this one away.
Yeah, not a whole lot of time left in this ball game. If they scored another one, it'd be very tough on the Hornets.
So So here is Will Hargett, lines up in the gun, sends a man in motion. He fakes the give to the motion man. He'll roll this one to the left, and he is tripped up by McCorrick Norman. Good to see him back out there after exiting early. He only gets a gain of 1, does Hargett. And they'll bring up second down and 9 for A&M Consolidated.
Tigers, short gain on the play before being tackled
and
by
it's a two-possession game.
For the Hornets. Second down and 9 for the Tigers.
The Hornets definitely in some dire straits right now. Hargett, he'll line up here, take some more time off the clock here. And a much better game than last year, I will say that. It was a 38-13 win for Consolidated a year ago, so the Hornets have definitely kept Consolidated at bay. They just may run out of time. As shift on the defensive line, now reshifting back. Hargett in the pistol, Claps gets the snap, handed off. Running this one and swallowed up at the line of scrimmage is the running back Roderick Taylor. Getting to him first, Fred Oladelli, as well as Kadarian Easley. And that'll bring up third down and 9. Actually, a yard of loss on the play, so actually they'll bring up third down and 10 for A&M Consolidated.
Kadarian Easley, he has had a really good game tonight there at the defensive line position. Big number 55, just big as a house.
More time being chewed off the clock here on third down and 10 for A&M Consolidated. Play clock is down to 5. Hargett's got to get this one away quickly. And he gets the snap. Flags do not fly here. A free play, and it's incomplete.
Tiger pass incomplete. Flags on the play.
Oh, now I didn't see initial flags there, but maybe one on the far side.
Well, I'm not so sure. A Hornet didn't jump off sides.
Correction, no flags on the play.
That's what I thought, Tony.
No flags.
That's what I thought. 4.5 to play. It's fourth down and 9 for Consolidated.
Fourth down.
And so after that confusion there by the Tigers, thinking that there were flags on the play, head coach Brandon Schmitz leaving his offense out there for the time being. Because if you get a first down here, that'll be definitely a foot on the throat situation if you're Huntsville. So they're going to go for it on fourth down. With 8 on the play clock. Get the snap, does Hargett, looking to throw. Fires this one deep, and that is caught on the sideline. What are they going to say here? Did he catch that ball there? He did. Peyton Bjork at the 11-yard line, a gain of 15. He got the feet down, and that's good. They'll actually mark it up to 10. It's good for a first down and goal.
Well, what a great catch by Bjork. He's been the go-to all night out there in the receiver corps and picks up a crucial first down.
Unfortunate for the Hornets, but it stops the clock at 4 minutes and 25 seconds, but it is first down and goal to go for A&M Consolidated. Looking to the sideline here is Will Hargett. And the Hornets could use the turnover right now. They almost got it on downs. Instead, they'll hand this one off. Running this one straight ahead is Roderick Taylor. Swallowed up by a plethora of Hornets as McCorrick Norman and Jawan Giddens finish him off. That'll bring up second down and goal because it was a no-gainer.
You know, one of the things Consolidated has done a really good job tonight is securing the football. You know, right there, I mean, I can see the Hornets were trying to rip that ball out of his hands, and they have done a good job of that, not turning the ball over. As conversely, the Hornets have turned over the ball like that 3 or 4 times tonight.
Clock moving inside 4 minutes, 21-12. A&M Consolidated with the lead, trying to put this one to bed. Hargett in the pistol, gets the snap, play fake, looking to throw. Pressure from Trayvon Johnson, and he is swallowed up for a Hartfield Flores sack. Trayvon Johnson, Zach Moss, amongst other Hornets in there on the stop. And it's a big loss there for A&M Consolidated to bring up third down and goal from the 16. You got to wonder here, if you're head coach Rodney Southern, do you burn one of your timeouts? You got all 3. Where you're at this point of the ball game. That clock is not moving. Now it'll start moving here as they have the ball set. Third down and goal for the Tigers. 21-12, they have the lead. Trips receivers to the left, and they got the Hornets to jump. Well, they blow this one dead. So it's either on the Hornets or it's on Consolidated for a false start. Nope, they'll call encroachment. That'll bring up third down and goal from the 11 instead. Man, Brian, that front line for the defense has been solid tonight, but a lot of costly penalties.
Oh, man, they've jumped off sides a lot tonight, and it's frustrating because the ball's right in front of them. You know, just once it moves, then take off, and I don't know if they're not hearing it or seeing it or whatever the deal is, but frustrating.
So it's third down. Goal to go at the 11-yard line. The clock will continue to run here for Consolidated. They'll try to chew up more of this clock and try and get a big W on opening night. Your non-district play. District play will begin in late September as Hargett gets the snap. He'll drop back on third down, looking to throw. He'll roll this one out to the left, and he is going to be short of the end zone at about the 5-yard line. He ran out of bounds, so that will stop the clock at 2 minutes and 52 seconds. He's out at the 4. So we'll see what the Tigers decide to do here. They may go for it here to try and put this one to bed instead of going for the 3.
It looks like Hargett's staying out there. It looks like they're trying to put the dagger in right here.
Ideally, if you're the Hornets, pick this one off and take it back 96, but it's one of those low percentage plays, if you will. But the Hornets do have 2 interceptions of Hargett tonight. Claudio Alvarenga has a pick. Brent Carroll has a pick. With 5 on the play clock, Hargett's running out of time here. He's got to get this one off. I don't think he's going to. Barely gets it off in time with 0s on the play clock. Throwing to the end zone, and it's incomplete. No flags, so it's a turnover on downs for Consolidated with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the ball game. You're down by 9 if you're the Hornets. You got to score quickly and pray to God you get the onside kick. That is where the Hornets are at right now. We'll see who they decide to go with here at quarterback. It is Marcus Lewis.
Well, the Hornets need to march the ball 96 yards, and they got to do it quickly.
So Lewis will line up here at his own 4-yard line, 2 minutes and 47 seconds. All 3 timeouts remaining for the Hornets, by the way. Down by 9. Lewis standing just south of the A of Bearcats in the end zone arc. Claps, gets the snap, looking to throw. Has pressure hitting him, and he is leveled in the end zone for a safety. Actually, no, did the ball pop out before Lewis took the hit? So I think the Hornets are going to get bailed out here because the ball popped out when Lewis got hit, and the Hornets did land on it.
Boy, Lewis just got drilled.
So the center, BPJ, Brian Parker Jr., recovered the fumble. It's a gain of 3 for the Hornets. That's incredible. But Lewis will have to try and regroup now. Clock moving here at 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Hornets just trying to end this one on a high note. It's a 2-possession game. 3 receivers spread out to the left, 2 out to the right. Here for Lewis. Audibles once with 5 on the play clock. And he gets the snap. Dropping back in the end zone, looking to throw, and he gets free of the end zone. He is taken down for yet another sack. He's down at the 1-yard line to bring up third down and a long one to go.
Well, it looked to me like Consolidated had a blitz on and just overwhelmed the Hornet O-line. Man, those are the kind of balls you got to try to get rid of them. Some kind of a hot route, something to cut loose on that football.
Minute and a half left to go here in the fourth, 21-12. A&M Consolidated on the doorstep of victory. Lewis stands in the end zone here on third down and 13. He gets the snap. Waits now. He gets the snap. Looking to throw. Fires this one up on a deep ball. Looking for Braylon Phelps. It falls incomplete. Hornets want flags. They're not going to get them. And that'll turn it over to the punter in Joseph Mejia. That'll pretty much end this one here tonight. This is going to be a tough loss for the Hornets tonight. Right there on the cusp of trying to come away with a win, but a late interception. The early parts of the fourth quarter, I should say, would ultimately do the Hornets in. But a lot to be proud of. You lost 38-13 last year against this same Consolidated team. And barring anything crazy, you're only going to drop this one by 9. So the Hornets have definitely improved on many facets of the ball game. Got a lot to be proud of after tonight. But fortunately, it's going to go into the loss column here. Mejia is going to have not a lot of breathing room whatsoever. He stands on the back of the end zone line here as he steps out of the back of the end zone as it was a high snap by Shiloh Jones. That is a safety for A&M Consolidated. So that'll make it 23-12 in favor of the Tigers, but that is likely where the score will end tonight. Brian, tough one tonight for the Hornets.
Oh, absolutely tough one tonight. But to your point, Carlos, there's some bright spots, too. You know, the defense did a really good job for the most part. You know, one of the things they've got to do a better job on are the penalties, man. I mean, they've got to have probably 15 penalties tonight. And again, it's the first game, I understand that, but eventually you've got to correct that. And I think they got to figure out the quarterback situation. You got two very talented quarterbacks, the junior and the sophomore, and you got to figure it out. I mean, that's just part of it. And but again, a lot of positives tonight.
Absolutely. You got to think there was a little bit of turnover on the coaching staff as well. Offensive line coach Logan Brock left, so you got a new O-line coach in there as well, trying to help this young group of offensive linemen gel together. And tonight was the first step. Getting through this first game, and you had your team in a really, really good spot, just ran out of time down the stretch.
And again, and I said it earlier in the broadcast, but I like the physicality the Hornets showed. They had flashes of it tonight, and they had a lot of it last week in the scrimmage against Lufkin. And that's what the Hornets, are traditionally known for, being just hard-nosed, tough-hitting football players. And I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
So it'll be a safety punt here for Joseph Mejia. After his high snap took him out of the back of the end zone. Well, usually it's a safety punt, but it'll just be really what, to use a soccer term, a free kick. Kind of fitting as well. Mejia, a two-sport athlete, also plays soccer for the Hornets. So he'll boot this one back to A&M Consolidated, and they'll wrap this one up tonight. Again, Mejia's got it teed up here at the 20-yard line, and he will boot it out of a little pooch kick here. Hornets trying to get down there, but it does roll out of bounds. Does not render a flag as it was on a safety, so they'll put it where it lied at the 49-yard line, and A&M Consolidated will probably take a couple of knees, and that will be the ball game here this evening.
You know, I think the Hornets, football obviously consists of 4 quarters, and you got to play all 4 quarters, especially the fourth quarter. But, the Hornets had a couple of – the second quarter for them was really good, and they came out of halftime, and I think the third quarter for Hornets was pretty good. But the first and the fourth quarter has been all A&M Consolidated, and somehow – and that's what they're going to do. They're going to go back tomorrow, and they're going to watch films, and they're going to be with their position coaches, and they'll correct these mistakes. But, again, a lot of positives that you can take out of this game.
Coming up here after this one is over, as we will actually get some plays run here, running this one to the left side, slipping up around the midfield marker is the running back in Cameron Vines. The Hornets do have all 3 timeouts, but I know head coach Rodney Southern is not going to burn them here. So this will be the last play coming up here for A&M Consolidated before we call it a night. Coming up, the AB Squared self-storage post-game wrap-up will bring you analysis of this ball game tonight. The Hornets are going to fall 23-12 to A&M Consolidated. Also down there on the field, Kendall Morris, our third member of our crew. She will catch up with head coach Rodney Southern to get his thoughts on the ball game here this evening. So the Hornets will fall to 0-1. A&M Consolidated, they will move to 1-0 to open this 2023 regular season. 28 seconds left. Final play here for the Tigers. 3 backs here with the quarterback in Hargett. He'll take a knee, and that'll do it here tonight at Bauer Stadium in Huntsville, Texas. Consolidated gets the win over the Hornets 23-12 as a tough one for the Hornets, but a lot of learning here tonight. And they'll look to continue to do that as they go into next week. They'll head to Bryan to take on the Bryan Vikings. 000's on the clock, and Consolidated takes the win, 23-12. AB Squared self-storage post-game wrap-up is coming your way next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
For something sporty and great on gas? Then head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Turn heads and fill up less often with a sporty new fuel-efficient Ford crossover like the ever-popular Ford Bronco. Orders for 2024 Broncos are now open. Or check out the built-tough Ford F-Series trucks, including the all-new Ford F-150s. Bill Fick Ford, where customer satisfaction comes first.
And there's no bull, just good deals. Hurry in today or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Are you thinking of selling, buying, or investing? This is Frank Oliveras, United States Marine Corps veteran with Pinnacle Realty. From my family to yours, we want to say thank you to all the friends and families for trusting us with your vision and dream for the past 13 years. Remember, to our family, relationship matters, and friends turn into family. Give me a call, Frank Oliveras, for your real estate needs today. 936-577-6419 or 936-661-1575. Thank you, and we love you in Christ Jesus.
TxHsfb Urgent Care Clinic in Huntsville would like to help keep your family and friends safe and prevent the spread of viruses. They are a walk-in clinic and offer quick, efficient flu and strep treatment. TxHsb Urgent Care Clinic offers a variety of procedures, open 7 days a week. Check their website at txhsfburgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's TxHsb Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South, near Bahama Bucks and Buffalo Wild Wings in Huntsville.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Did you know a doctor's prescription is not needed to begin physical therapy? This allows you to begin therapy sooner without having to wait for a doctor's appointment to obtain your prescription. Since optimal physical therapy outcomes are obtained when treatment is started earlier, sooner really is better. Dallas Williams and the team at Physical Therapy Associates was voted Best Physical Therapist in the Huntsville Island's Reader's Choice Award for the 6th year in a row. So when you make your PT choice, choose the best. Physical Therapy Associates, PTAclinic.com.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Sandal Renovation will upgrade your old home at a fraction of the cost of a new one. Clint Sandal and his team can modernize your old kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, flooring, and even build additions to your existing home. Sandal Renovation is your one-stop shop for all your existing home remodeling needs. Call Sandal Renovation for a free estimate. They'll take measurements and even develop 3D modeling for special projects. Worried about HOA approval? No problem. Sandal Renovation will process all permits and HOA approvals, making your next remodel stress-free. Don't move, improve with Sandal Renovations. Call Sandal Renovation at 936-581-2210.
Hey folks, it's Steven over here at Adams Furniture. We're your Huntsville, Texas hometown furniture store. Come in and see why we carry the top brands with great customer service. We carry brands such as Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Hybrid, Serta mattresses. We have the biggest selection of Lazy Boy recliners, double reclining sofas, reclining love seats. We have all American-made hardwood bedroom furniture, living room furniture, all American-made lift chairs. All this is in stock and ready for delivery at Adams Furniture. We are cheaper in the country. Shop local with us and save your money. That's Adams Furniture, 30 State Highway and 75 North and 10th Street.
Looking for something sporty and great on gas? Then head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Turn heads and fill up less often with a sporty new fuel-efficient Ford crossover like the ever-popular Ford Bronco. Orders for 2024 Broncos are now open. Or check out the built-tough Ford F-Series trucks, including the all-new Ford F-150. Bill Fick Ford, where customer satisfaction comes first. And there's no bull, just good deals. Hurry in today or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com. The Huntsville Hornets postgame show is brought to you by AB Squared Self-Storage. With the game recap, here's Brian Adams, Kendall Morris, and the voice of the Hornets, Carlos Zimmermann.
We welcome you back here to Bauer Stadium in Huntsville, Texas. Your final tonight, A&M Consolidated takes the victory 23-12 over the Huntsville Hornets. A tough loss tonight on opening night for the Hornets, but a lot to improve on as the season goes along, and that's what these non-district games are for. Before you get into the games, that truly matters. We welcome you back inside the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth and the AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside me is Brian Adams. We'll go to our sideline reporter, Kendall Morris, in a moment. She'll be with head coach Rodney Southern here to wrap this one up tonight. Brian, a tough loss for the Hornets, but like I said, a lot to improve on.
Oh, yeah, very tough loss. You don't want to lose your opener. But you know what? There was some really good signs from the Hornets tonight that they're going to be a very good ball club this year. You know, this is the first game of the year. Obviously, there are going to be a lot of mistakes, and they made a lot of mistakes. You know, you eliminate those penalties, eliminate some of those mental mistakes, capitalize on your opponent's mistakes, and we got a different ballgame.
Absolutely. They were in it there down the stretch, down only 14-12 for a lot of that second half before things started to slip away in the fourth quarter. We thought for the minute the Hornets had the ball with an opportunity to go down and take the lead. Just an untimely interception really hurt the Hornets there from Austin Taylor. But there is still a lot to improve upon in this ballgame, but also improve as this season progresses. As head coach Rodney Southern will have a shake of the hands there from Superintendent Scott Shepard. I will send it down to the third member of our crew, Kendall Morris. She is standing by with head coach Rodney Southern.
Obviously, Coach, this is the season opener, and there's a lot to learn tonight. What is something you learned about your boys as they completed their first game of the season?
Well, I think we're in really good shape. I think we can run the ball on anybody. We can't turn the football over as much as we did tonight, especially against a really good team, and expect to win. You can't give up big plays, and we gave up one big explosive run, and that kind of makes the difference in the ball game. But turnovers were critical tonight. I thought some of our young kids played well tonight. I thought our offensive line played pretty well tonight. So there's a lot of good we can take from this, but you always kind of have that feeling in your stomach when you don't win. I thought we were good enough to beat them. And, at 14-12, we had a chance, but that big play and a turnover cost us.
And obviously, you went with some different quarterbacks tonight. What did you see from that, and who do you think you might be using in the future?
Well, we're going to keep working both of them. Obviously, kind of situationally what we wanted to do with some things, and I don't know that one of them played a whole lot better than the other one tonight, but, of course, we'll evaluate that on film, and then we'll decide who's going to start next week. But because Marcus gives us some other stuff, as far as an H-back that, that is part of our offense. We didn't use it a lot tonight, but we'll decide that sometime tomorrow afternoon.
All right. That's all I got for you, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kendall, down there on the sidelines for us tonight, talking with head coach Rodney Southern. A tough loss for the Hornets this evening. Looking back at the ball game, he said it right there. It's a carousel of quarterbacks at the moment, but they're going to figure it out on film over this weekend and this week before they decide who they roll out with against the Vikings next week. Brian, as a former quarterback, obviously, I don't know how much of an experience you had having to deal with quarterback competitions, but we've got one on our hands this time.
Yeah,
again this year.
Yeah, we really do, Carlos. And we're talking two young, talented quarterbacks that, both of them can do different things than the other. They both can throw the ball. They both can run the ball. But, they're going to find out. They're going to look at the film, as Coach Southern was saying, and they're going to improve. And, again, man, they were in this ballgame. They had that opportunity. And that's a good sign. Again, I think this Hornet defense is miles ahead of the offense, and that's typical. And, the offense will improve. And the thing is, this is pre-district.
Yes.
Okay, that's when it counts as in district. And that's why they're doing what they're doing right now, shuffling quarterbacks in and out to see who's going to give them the best play. So that's not uncommon. But, yeah, the Hornets, they got some work they need to do. They'll get it done, and they'll be back ready to win next week.
Coming up next after the break here on the AB Squared Self-Storage Postgame Wrap-Up, we'll bring you our Player of the Game, brought to you by McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Coming up after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Welcome back here on the AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams in the Pinnacle Realty Advisors broadcast booth. Got your player of the game tonight, brought to you by our great friends at McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. And tonight we'll go to and give the nod to the sophomore running back, Trayshawn Brown. Had a very good night, solid runs up and down the field. I mean, just on a great night for the Hornet run game there. Made up a bit for what was happening in the passing game, not to take away anything from the passing game, but Trayshawn's going to be a definite vital asset for the Hornets going through this season, and that's why he's your player of the game tonight.
And that's going to help the passing game. You know, you've got a running back that can run against any team and run well. Well, they're going to have to prepare for that. Well, what does that do? Okay, well, that opens up the passing game. You said it earlier in the night that the run game opens the passing game. Okay? Everybody says that.
Yep.
Being an old quarterback, I say the other thing. I say passing opens up the running game, but I know, in fact, it is the running game. And, the Hornets are going to be back, and Trayshawn did a heck of a job tonight.
Absolutely. And, I mean, we'll also give a nod as well to Fred Oladelli, one of the sophomore D linemen tonight, had a very great game defensively coming off the bench for the Hornets. He's definitely going to be a vital asset for the Hornets going forward as well. But Trayshawn Brown, your player of the game, brought to you by our friends at McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We'll step aside and take one more break. When we come back, me and Brian will wrap things up here from Bauer Stadium and set the stage for you coming up next week as the Hornets will take on the Bryan Vikings, as well as take a look at your schedule report going ahead forward for both of these teams, brought to you by First Franklin Financial. After this, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Final segment here of the AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up. I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams, taking a look ahead at the schedule for the Hornets and the Tigers, brought to you by our friends at First Franklin Financial. First for the Hornets, they head on the road next week. They will take on the Bryan Vikings there in Bryan. That is a 7:30 p.m. kick. I do want to let you know, folks, me and Brian will not have the call for that ball game. Jordan Smith and I believe Colin Neal or Luke Scott. Luke Scott, there we go. Thank you, Jordan. Luke Scott, he will have the call along with Jordan next week, as me and Brian will be with the Sam Houston Bearcats in Provo, Utah, as they'll open up a new era for themselves, taking on the BYU Cougars. After that, we'll come back here to Bauer Stadium. They'll take on the Belton Tigers, an old program that head coach Rodney Southern used to coach. We went to Belton last year. They'll come to us. And then fingers crossed, folks, September the 15th. Hopefully we'll get to be in the brand-new stadium to take on the Clear Springs Chargers to wrap up the non-district slate. Hopefully at the new stadium. If not, it'll be here at Bowers. But I have full confidence that by the time we roll the district against Montgomery coming up on September the 22nd, it'll be a definite good opportunity for the Hornets to play in front of not only their home fans but at a new stadium as well. That's a look ahead for the Hornets. On the other side for A&M Consolidated, here's what they got coming up. They're going to head up to Lufkin to take on the Panthers next week at 7:30 p.m. Then they will go back home to College Station. They will host the Georgetown Eagles coming up on September the 22nd, as they'll have a bye actually on the 15th. On the 29th, they will take on the Cedar Park Timberwolves at Cedar Park before they get into district play against the Hendrickson Hawks on October the 6th. Actually, I think they open district against Cedar Park, actually. So either way, district is going to come very, very soon for A&M Consolidated, as it will for the Hornets. Brian, as that was a look at your First Franklin Financial schedule report, final thoughts before we sign off.
Well, it was the first game of the year. A lot of improvement needs to be done, and it will get done. And I tell you what, this is going to be a good Huntsville Hornet football team this year.
Absolutely, it will. Again, your final tonight, A&M Consolidated takes the win over the Huntsville Hornets, 23-12, as the Hornets will try to regroup, and they'll take on the Bryan Vikings next week. As we said, at 7:30 p.m., Jordan Smith and Luke Scott, they will have the call there from Bryan, right here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports and the flagship station of the Hornets, 101.7 KSAM. I want to thank the entire crew who put this all possible tonight. Jordan Smith, our producer right here behind me, did a lot of work to put this in there, folks. All the on-screen graphics that you saw, he's been hard at work since December of last year to put all of that together. whether if you were watching on the web stream, thank you, Jordan, for all your work. Our entire crew, Kendall Morris down there on the sideline, Eric Mays down there as well, Houston Hardcastle and Christian Cortez with us as well this evening. And, of course, the guy back at the studio, Mr. Colin Neal, running the dials for us back at the flagship 101.7 KSAM. Thank you, Colin, for all of your hard work. Of course, a big thank you to all of our sponsors and the entire crew back at KSAM, our operations manager, Brian Reeder, and general manager, Tim Johnson. On behalf of Brian Adams, my broadcast partner, and the entire crew, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Thanks for tuning in. I want to remind you tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Hornet football on 101.7 KSAM and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the expressed written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. Have a great rest of your Friday evening. Enjoy the weekend, folks. We'll see you next week for another edition of Huntsville Hornet football on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network as they'll take on the Bryan Vikings in Bryan. Jordan Smith and Luke Scott will have the call with the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show at 6:45 p.m. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your night. And as always, friends, sting 'em Hornets, and have a pleasant tomorrow. Good night, God bless, and so long from Huntsville, Texas.
This has been the AB Squared Self-Storage Hornets postgame show on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Powered by KSAM Sports.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been a KSAM Sports presentation. The 2023 Hornet season is proudly presented by Bill Fick Ford and by Advantage Specialties, AB Squared Self-Storage, A&D Propane, Adams Furniture, AIM Insurance Agency, Charlie's Used Cars, First Franklin Financial, Gamers Grove, Hartfield Florist, Huntsville Independent School District, Huntsville Truck and Tractor Kubota, MRC Creekside, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Moak and Moak Attorneys at Law, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Nelson Amaya Collision Center, Northside Baptist Church, Pinnacle Realty Advisors, Texas Department of Criminal Justice, Texpress Urgent Care Center, The Woodlands Financial Group, Wiesner Huntsville, McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, University Heights Baptist Church. From Carlos Zimmermann and Brian Adams, thanks for listening.